easy-to-use app.
I'm Ben Fletcher. Good afternoon. England have made another much-needed breakthrough in the afternoon session on day one at Headingley. talkSPORT Sam Ellard is watching.
Yeah, big moments, Fletcher. 118 for 4. South Hill going for 5. Ollie Robertson's got his third wicket. He goes around the wicket, angles the ball back into the stumps and traps him LBW. South Hill does have a long chat with Abdullah Shafiq at the other end. He wanted to review. He did review, but the timer was up. So he was sent on his way, and replays did show the ball was just going over the stumps. So a little bit of luck for England there. Abdullah Shafiq playing nicely. He's unbeaten on 61. We got 45 minutes until tea. Pakistan 118 for 4.
Remember, if you're overseas, you can get live ball-by-ball commentary on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel. Next, the exodus at Villa continues with Ezri Konsa set to join the defending Premier League champions. Here's our senior football correspondent, Ben Jacobs.
Arsenal have agreed a deal in principle with Aston Villa for Ezri Konsa, who's viewed as both centre-back cover for the injured William Saliba and also capable of playing at right-back as well.
The Gunners' top defensive target, the fee is believed to be in excess of £50 million, including add-ons. The medical's pencilled in for tomorrow. Remember, Villa-Arsenal live on talkSPORT a week Monday. The Gunners kick off the Premier League season at home to Coventry on our airwaves on Friday night. We'll hear from Frank Lampard shortly here on talkSPORT. As for Villa, they've confirmed the signing of Japan's Zion Suzuki from Parma. He takes the number 1 jersey, plus Luca Digne's replacement, Italy left-back Matteo Ruggeri from Atletico Madrid. And we're told Al Hilal will come back for an improved offer for Ollie Watkins. He's said to be up for a move for Saudi Arabia. We're told Manchester United are in advanced talks with Brighton and Cameroon midfielder Carlos Baleba. talkSPORT's Danny Murphy says Michael Carrick already has plenty of good options in the middle of the park.
It looks a very strong group of players, all giving little different parts of what you want. A far cry, really, from what we've seen over the last couple of years. United struggling in midfield areas.
There's plenty more at talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
A vaccine for cancer has succeeded in a landmark trial, and investigators say a track defect has been found near to where a train derailed in East Sussex last week. More from Amelia at past.
talkSPORT weather with Quick Fit. Sort your new tyres this summer at a time that suits you best from the comfort of your home or work 7 days a week with our mobile tyre fitting service. Conditions apply.
Heavy rain, thundery in places in the north, a mix of sunshine and showers across the UK this afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive and talkSPORT. It's me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent here, everyone.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Good to see you, Benny.
How you doing, boss?
Very well, you alright?
Yeah, glad you're
Bye. What?
Second my throat, then.
Well done. Bye, we've got a show for you today. We'll be asking why the newly promoted sides are the big spenders of the summer. Is that the only way to survive right now? And off the back of that, Man United finally about to start spending. We'll take a look at Michael Carrick's side going into the new season. Good United. We'll also be asking whether it's finally time for English football to end the 3 p.m. blackout. As Richard Masters tells us, it's going to be reviewed. And myself and Betty will bring you our Premier League predictions with just 2 days to go till it all gets underway. All that plus we'll hear from Bournemouth's new gaffer. And Betty's former Ipswich chairman, David Sheepshanks, will be joining us as well.
Yeah, be nice. Looking forward
Find
to
out all the secrets about you. This is Drive and talkSPORT. You can get involved simply by picking up the phone 03717 223344. Dial that. You can have your fun in the sun this afternoon.
So if I'm watching The Lion King, in my brain, I know it's not real lions. I know it's not lions anyway, but watching it on TV, film, it looks all like realistic.
Yeah. Contrary to believe, it's not real lions. Nice to see you. Apologies, I was off yesterday.
Why apologising?
Well, to them, listen, I get so many texts and DMs going, I'm turning off the radio unless you're on it.
You
no
don't.
Point.
You don't.
Who's that charlatan in? No, I like Andy. He's a lovely fella. But thanks for your kindness. I'm back now. I'm back. 2 days. When I just read that out, 2 days to go to the start of the Premier League. Oh, it's great, isn't it?
It's a good day yesterday as well.
That's not what I heard.
Frank Lampard.
Yeah, that was great.
Brilliant.
That was good. Did you speak to Frank, or was it done there?
No, we spoke to him
that's
live.
Nice. How is Super Frank?
He was brilliant. We were supposed to have Arteta, but he didn't know that it was live.
Because I wasn't there,
he
yeah.
didn't come on.
What about Win the Dog? Did you get Win the Dog?
Yep, he was on.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, he spoke about the season and aspirations for the season.
I thought we were getting Win the Dog in the studio.
Yeah, we will do.
All right, okay.
I think they're training him to. Her. They're training her to bite.
Oh, shit. Is shit downwind? I didn't know Wyn was a female.
Yeah.
So is it WYN?
I just don't know that bit. I don't know.
Oh, right, okay.
But no, yeah, it was. But no, you could show yesterday. And he did well.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, for a Tuesday, it's okay. Gonna give up Monday or Tuesday. I played golf this morning.
No,
I have to say golf is the most frustrating sport in the world.
Why?
After 7 holes, I was 5 over, which for me is unbelievable, right? Mm-hmm. And then literally one wheel fell off, the next wheel fell off. I mean, it was just as good as it was horrific. And that's why we love golf.
What time did you start?
I started at 7:40 at West Essex.
When you play at West Essex, 7:40, what time did you get up?
That's a very good question. My alarm was set for 6:45 today. Mm-hmm. I left the house at 7:05. Mm-hmm. There for 7:20. By the time I fit me buggy up, shout out Stuart. So I set me buggy up and go to the club shop and go, I'll have some waters and a little bit. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Do you know what, right? I've got a friend, and I don't know about you.
What? Hold on.
Right, no.
Have you?
No, but weird thing about alarms. Do you know anyone that sets their alarm for like 7:53?
Well, I set mine for 6. Mine's always got to have a 5 in it.
Yeah, okay, but that makes a bit of sense. But one of my mates, right, will set it for like 7:53.
Right, now it's funny you say that, right?
8:07.
But you think that's weird?
Yeah.
But do you not think it's more weird that when you make an appointment to meet someone, it's always a sort of 10 past or quarter past, or you never say, I'll meet you at 3 minutes past 3. You never say that, do you?
No.
Why not? There's no difference between setting that time and a 3 o'clocker. I might start doing that from now on.
No, but no, 3.
I mean, drive is officially like 4 minutes past 4, isn't it, really?
Yeah, surprising. But even with public transport,
yeah,
the train comes at 7:53. Why not 55 or 8 o'clock?
What, public transport?
Yeah.
Because they're not all 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
there's got to be like an 8-minute journey, right?
Is there? You think?
Yeah, you can't.
Even if it's an 8-minute journey, it can still be on the hour or like a proper.
Yeah, but the next one won't be, will it? Yeah, 7:08, 7:16, 24.
I'm setting an alarm for 7:53.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. Do you do the old setting 15 alarms up here?
No, do you know what? I set my alarm, and even before my alarm goes up, I'm awake. So just get up.
Oh, yeah, you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. You did IMDb last week. I heard it. I was there. I was a little bit disappointed because it wasn't a nuts film.
No, it's Rambo.
Yeah, but I just thought.
I mean, what did you want?
I sent you one this morning. What was that film scene? That was very bizarre. What was that scene?
Oh, yeah, but that's got a bit of controversy in that.
Yeah, don't go down there. I think that was before that kind of thing.
You know what's funny though, right?
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because most films back then.
You're talking about the 90s, right, late 80s.
When you watch films now, back then you go, I think I got away with that. Like, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. But this film
it's weird, that.
was very bizarre.
Yeah. Because it makes some really good points in that.
Who does? The narrator?
Yes.
Yeah.
About the age gap between the two people.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah. Even the end scene where they're...
That's what I'm saying.
Kissing, by the way.
No, but back in the day...
very bizarre.
Back in the day, you don't even question it.
No one watched it went... I mean, it even came out. It was produced and exec produced.
I'm sure it was at a cinema.
No. But can you make sure... What day do we do IMDb, Mr. Producer Joe?
Thursday or Friday, isn't it?
Thursday. It's meant to be tomorrow, but tomorrow we've got a live show. I know they're all live, but in front of a studio audience, a big audience. Oh, excuse me. A big audience tomorrow in front of like 20 fans, one fan representing each team in the Premier League. So we're doing that. Nice. That's a show, by the way, you do want to watch on YouTube. That'd be wonderful.
Someone's put here. Right. Yes, I do, Stephen. I set my alarm for 7:13 a.m. Alarm gives me 2 minutes to get out of bed. Come on.
Here's my advice. Set it earlier, and then you've got more time to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Are you good at getting up?
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah, me too. I'm
not even
like,
yeah, shame.
Yeah, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people need like 4 alarms. My daughter, by the way, sorry, but I know we've got lots coming up. My daughter will set like 3 alarms. Just say she's got to be up at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
She'll set a 6:50,
yeah,
so she can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Then a 7:20, so she can go back to sleep. And then a 7:30, and then she's up. And I go, why'd you do that? And so she goes, so I can fall back to sleep. Why don't you just set it later so you have all that? Yeah, but I won't realise I've had that sleep.
Yes, it's bizarre, but no. As soon as the alarm goes off, ready to go.
Well, hopefully your alarm's gone off for 4 till 7. You're ready to go. We've got lots coming up. We're going to start with
good segue.
Well, it would have been better had you not interrupted me.
It's good segue. I did a couple of brilliant ones yesterday.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, great though. Man United, they're working on a deal for Carlos Believer from Brighton. But why? Good question. Why have the newly promoted side spent more than Manchester United so far?
Believer now from distance! Oh my word! Believer! He's a believer now! From 30 yards out!
It looks a very strong group of players. We're talking about one of the biggest clubs in the world. They'll be looking to try and compete for the Premier League and the Champions League in the next couple of years.
I think maybe that move didn't happen in the summer, maybe to his head a little bit. It will happen.
And it is 3-2. Now Sanchez gives the ball away to Carlos Baleba, and he rolls the ball into the back of the net.
Yes, Man United closing in on a deal to sign Brighton midfielder Carlos Baleba. Their offer of £60 million was below Brighton's valuation, but talks continue with a deal expected to be agreed. So far this summer, United have spent about 83 million. Meanwhile, newly promoted Ipswich have spent 152, Coventry 101 and Hull around 75. Just a quick one about Baleba before I get your views on newly promoted sides, etc. What annoys me, I like Baleba. Last season, I think it was the season before last, he had his head turned by Manchester United. I think
it was the start of... Was it the start of this season?
No, I think it was one before. But it was like £100 million and United weren't going to go there, so the deal didn't happen. And he didn't have his best season by any means last time out. Well, what annoys me, Man United kick off their Premier League campaign this weekend. Why is this still not done last week? So he joins up with the squad and he's ready to go.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I just don't understand that. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it is bizarre because you're right. You want to integrate them into the squad as soon as possible because you want them to get used to their teammates. You want to work with Michael Carrick's got a big job on his hand, the biggest job. This might be the biggest job he ever has in his life.
It will be.
Right? He probably wanted to get Baleba in early, but sometimes you know what Brighton like, not even so much Brighton, but just clubs. Maybe they're waiting to see who they can get in replacements. And when it comes to kind of recruitment, Brighton are very, very methodical in what they do.
Very much.
Right? Which is also surprising to me because they would have probably knew this was coming 12 months ago.
Yep.
So you'd have thought that as soon as the window opened, here we go, done.
Well, maybe they have got someone lined up.
But usually Brighton get their job done really quickly. But yeah, for Baleba, I don't understand it either. And it doesn't really do Michael Carrick any favours because we're a couple of days away for 12:30 kickoff against Hull. You want to get him in early so he plays. You get to work with him pre-season. You can see where his best position is. Even combinations. Is he going to work well with Bruno or Mainu or Yuri Tillemans? Do you know what I mean? You want to see all these things. Now it's almost like close your eyes, throw him in and hope for the best.
But even if we signed him now, if I broke the news now, he wouldn't start the weekend.
Well, it depends how fit he is. But also, do you know what I mean? It depends how fit he is and also what the manager would have seen in these couple of days. Because I remember going to Villa. I remember going to, not so much Sunderland, because Sunderland, I think, had a week preparation. But the Villa one, I went there I signed the contract on it was either Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
I played the 5:30 on the Saturday.
But it's very rare that happens now. Usually they start on the subs bench, right?
But no, I think for Baleba, you want to get going straight away. But yeah, it's surprising. But Man United, this whole window, when it comes to recruitment, it's been a bit
very
strange.
Poor. So Tillemans was 35, and Andre Santos, was 50 million, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And I look at the back four United could be Shaw, Martinez, Maguire, and Dalot, the same back four that we had 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I do think that's a worry as a Man United fan. They were good young kids we've got. We've got Shea Lacey, who I think is exceptional. Towards the end of last season, he played a few games. Plays on the right. He's got a good left foot. Looks really, really good. I like him. He played a few games under Carrick pre-season. Looked good.
Yep.
We've got JJ... Oh, his name's gone. JJ... Gabriel. 15 years old. Looks exceptional, but way too early to throw him in the deep end. But other than that, United, for my money, United need to bring in 2 defenders at least because that back four is not good enough.
No, yeah, the squad is in terms of the person. I think they're actively trying to get Luke Shaw, aren't they? Not Luke Shaw, Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think they are trying, but for whatever reason, which surprised me because there was a time Man United could get all the deals over the line as quick as possible.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they can't seem to do this at the minute. But you're right. I think you need at least one more centre half, and I mean they're all experienced players. You have to say you certainly defensively. You've got a World Cup winner in there. You've got someone who was so important to England and Harry Maguire. So there are players there. Luke Shaw, another one.
But that back four wasn't good enough last season, and now they're a year older.
They need to get recruitment in.
A quick word about, as I mentioned at the top of that chat, the fact United are currently behind Ipswich and Coventry in spending. Does that just tell you that when you come into the Premier League as a newly promoted side, you need to spend lots of money, or does it tell you that United are behind newly promoted sides, and that's quite embarrassing?
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, but you would expect Man United to have got their business done a lot sharper than this. I mean, listen, Baleba, we're talking about him. I know I know that he was carrying a slight knock, so maybe the extent of it was waiting to see how bad it was before they bought him. Maybe there was that element to it. But I think for newly promoted sides now, and you look at Sunderland last summer, was it 213 million euros? You know, working euros. And they brought a lot of players in. But where it's all well and good, because I remember years ago, Fulham spent a lot of money one window and they went down. Like, it didn't work. If you are going to spend loads of money like Sunderland did, it's about the recruitment. You have to get the players right. They got
the blend of experience.
Right. So they brought in Granit Xhaka, who was brilliant.
That was the one.
They brought in Robin Roof, the goalkeeper. He was brilliant. Brian Brobby, the striker. I mean, there's three there you go. They all played their part and were all brilliant. So I think it's all well and good. And I look at Ipswich's recruitment. I think they've recruited really well, but time will tell. Because on paper, I go, I like what they've done. But for all we know, they might start the game against Sunderland at the weekend and it not work. So and also I do like the fact Man United are not being held to ransom and having to pay over the odds for players, because you walked away from the Fernandes deal.
Yeah.
I think you even walked away from the Tonali deal. I haven't got a problem with that.
I haven't. But what it ultimately means is we don't have enough players ready for the start of the season. But you're right. I like the fact that we've got those too much for us.
So I don't mind that. So, but eventually, listen, Man United have got targets, and as I said, with the Baleba injury, I'm sure once you're going to sign him, if it's not that bad, you're bringing a few players before the end of the window. I'm sure. Unless you're skin.
But not for the start of the season, which is my concern. We're going to start with Man United. We haven't done Man United for weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, they're my club. They might be yours if they are. Pick up the phone. Or if you support a newly promoted side, I mentioned Ipswich, I mentioned Coventry. Spent well, I think. What do you make of your club spending? United fans, tell me about the squad. Tell me about the back four. And if you're a Believer fan or not, you can have your say on national radio just by picking up the phone. We're here for you for the next 10 minutes on this subject, so don't hang around. 03717 223344. Dial that number. You could be next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
Mo's phoned us up, Liverpool fan. Right, Mo?
100% coward. Where you been?
Kenny! How are you, Mo? Where you been?
Where you
been? Hey, I've been busy.
Oh, of course you have. Where you been? What have you been up to?
It's like you, Jimmy G. Where have you been? You've not been here for a while. And neither has Candy. I mean, Candy's been trying to get his hair like growing, but it's looking quite smart, Candy.
Yeah, it's come back, mate. Back. The hair is back.
Are you going to be talking guff this season, Mo?
What are you doing this season, Mo?
Listen to that. Look, I've been listening to talkSPORT all day, and obviously been hearing the ex-pundits. I mean, what is this about Arsenal going to dominate? What is mind queuing on? What is going on? They just beat a poor City side yesterday. It was only a friendly. I mean, what's going on? Arsenal are going to dominate. There's only one team who's going to dominate this league, and that is the boys. The best team on the planet, Candy and Jimmy J. The best team on the planet. You saw them playing yesterday. Wow. You know what, Candy? I can't wait to this league to start. I am telling you, we're going to win the quad, Candy. Quad, Candy.
There it is. There it is.
The quad.
The quad's back out.
Quad back.
Listen, well, come on. Look. Why you got music? Why are you putting laughter track on, right? Look, let's be honest here, right?
No, listen. Candy, let's talk about your mob,
Candy,
right?
You shut up, yeah?
Let's talk about your mob.
You shut up, Candy. You shut up. You can't talk. No.
Mo, what's going on at Liverpool? What's going on, mate? What's happening at your place?
Candy, look. Candy, we're the best team on the planet.
You're not, though, are you, mate?
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
trying to work out which one this is. I remember Vic Reeves did one. Not Vic Reeves, not the original, not from the Monkeys. Jack, who is it? Smash Mouth from Shrek. Oh, I'm a belabor. Very good. You'll get a Smash Mouth if you play that again. You're listening to Drive with talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, in partnership with Giacomo. Styling brands for every man. Still to come, we'll hear from new Bournemouth gaffer Marco Rosa. Just quickly, Arsenal have agreed. What do you make of this? £51 million for Ezri Konsa from Villa.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Is that a good deal?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, there's options there. Certainly, defensively, though, he's a good player. I really liked him before the World Cup.
Where's he playing? Oh, because you got an injury too.
Sleeves back in it, so hopefully Sleeves not too much longer. But at least we don't have to rush him back.
When everyone's back, is he on the bench? Does he go right back? What do you do with him?
Well, no, if everyone's fit, he has to go to the bench.
Oh,
but then all he can do is go to Arsenal and say Arsenal start the season like on fire.
Yeah.
And he's part of that back four. Then you can't just take him out.
No, nice problem to have, right?
Yeah.
Right, back to the phone lines in just a moment. But first, it's day one at Headingley as England take on Pakistan in the first of 3 test matches. Sam Ellard is watching for talkSPORT. Sam, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Andy. Yeah, been a really good hour for England with the ball in hand. Pakistan at 1.97 for 2 and going along nicely. Now 133 for 5. England picked up 3 wickets for 21 runs in this afternoon session. The 5th wicket, an absolute beauty, a 4th for Ollie Robinson. He got Abdullah Shafiq for 61, and it was an absolute ripper as well. Another full delivery from Robinson, pitching just outside off. The ball jagged back to beat the bat and crash into the middle stump. Ollie Robinson with 4. Josh Tongue has the other one, and England fighting back into this game here at Headingley on day one of the first test match. And also some exciting news, lots of great cricket to come, including the 150th anniversary Ashes test, and for a chance to win a 7-day all-inclusive trip to Australia courtesy of Visit Vic and Barmy Army. Go to talksportwin.com to enter. Here at Headingley, Rizwan's got 4, Salman's got 11, half an hour until tea. Pakistan 133 for 5.
Sam, can I ask you a quick question?
Yep.
When they go for tea, do you have tea?
Yes.
Would you have? What are you having today? Scone?
Yeah, so not. I had a big lunch. So
what'd you have?
I had some chicken today.
Yeah.
I had some potatoes today and veg. So I might, because I'm trying to cut back, I might avoid the scones today, and I might just have a cup of tea.
Okay,
and
just
possibly
quickly,
a biscuit or two.
When you have your scone, jam,
cream first. Yeah, cream has to be right. Cream first.
Absolutely,
and then
Sam.
the jam.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do you know what? The
You get
3
it,
of us
Benty,
agree.
right? Yeah, there we go. Great minds think
No, do
alike.
you know what? I'm telling you now. I'm pretty sure Sam, you might remember this. I'm sure Ali McCoy said he's jam first.
Yeah, disgraceful, right?
Cream second.
Who does that? I mean, that's not
Stiffen up
normal,
north,
is
isn't it?
No,
Stiffen
I
up
know.
north.
Also, by the way, you know, Andy, you said your daughter sets her alarm an hour before.
Yes.
I do the exact same thing. I love that feeling of waking up and knowing you've got an extra hour in bed. So I think more people should do that. I think it's an underrated tactic in the morning.
Talking tactics in the morning, tactics.
Thanks for that, Sam.
You're talking tactics at 7 a.m.
Yeah, why are you even thinking of tactics at 7 a.m?
Just
You want to start the day on a high, don't you?
I always do. I've got a mirror just to the right of my bed. Sam, I'll speak to you in a minute. Big ad one from Sam Ellard. Why you got my glasses on? They suit you.
Yeah, a bit dirty, though, aren't they? The lenses.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do about that.
I can't. You know what's funny? I can't even see the TV, so I look like.
Yeah, you don't look good. Let's go to the phone lines. 03717223344. We're talking Manchester United. Ollie's a United fan. Ollie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you both? Okay.
We're good, man. When you set your alarm, do you set it for the time you want to get up, or 20 minutes before so you can have a lie-in?
Mate, I've got sleep apnea, so if I get 5 hours, I'm doing well.
You've got what?
Sleep apnea. I have to wear a mask to sleep to help me breathe.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
What? And it makes the sort of big Darth Vader noise?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Do you sleep alone? I'm guessing you do, right, for that reason?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, wow, yeah. My wife snores. Maybe I should get her one of those. Right, what would you like to say, Ollie, as a Man United fan?
What I'm saying is, I mean, the board, the owners and the directors are doing what they've been doing for the last few managers, trying to get them a few quid. There we go, Michael, make us champions. There we go, Ollie, make us champions. They're not putting enough in for us to get back to where Manchester United want to get to. At the end of the day, we're buying some good players this summer, but good players and not great players. Manchester United used to shop at the very top, and now we're going for middle of the road. And to me, as a United fan, as a season ticket holder, I want to see us get back to winning Champions Leagues, to winning Premier League titles. But for as long as we've got the structure we've got and being mean and being safe, we're not going to do it. And fair play to the likes of Coventry and Hull and other teams. They're actually going in there saying, look, they've got weaker budgets, got smaller stadiums, but at least they're giving it a go.
Do you know what, right? It's one of them, and I understand where Ollie's coming from, the frustration, because there was a time Man United would be at the very, very top table, right? But last summer, I wouldn't say you shopped at the top table, but you still brought in some really good players. The recruitment was still good with Sesko and Bremo, Cunha, Lamins, your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
that was one of the best windows we've had for a long time.
Even though, you might look on paper and go, they're good players, but they're not like what you'd expect from Manchester United. They're still really good recruitment, I thought.
Jack is a Man United fan. Jack, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. How are you? First time caller. Love the show as always.
How nice is that? What time do you set your alarm for in the morning?
6:30.
And what time do you need to get out of bed?
I tend to get up straight away. My partner does set an alarm for 6 o'clock so she can wake up and go back to sleep.
I don't get
but
that.
I think it's
do you know what? I'm not understanding this. Why, if you're enjoying sleeping, why do you want to wake up to then go back to sleep?
I think people think they've won. They've woke. You're going to wake up anyway. You might as well wake up and then go back to sleep for a bit. I understand the concept behind it. I don't do it, but I get it. I get it. You're a United fan. What do you get or don't get about your club this season?
Yeah, what I wanted to say is, at the start of the show, you brought up about a lack of depth in the back four. And to a point, I actually disagree with you because you've got the likes of Aiden Heaven.
I didn't say lack of depth at all. I just said it's a worry. We haven't invested from the four that could start for United, could be the back four we had 4 years ago.
Yeah, I see that, but I also see the likes of Aiden Heaven, young centre-half, Lenny Yoro. You've got Mazraoui as well. De Ligt, who has been struggling with injury problems, but when he has played, I think De Ligt's been very good. You've got young Diego Leon as well, another young player coming through. So whilst a lot of United fans are sort of kicking and screaming about the lack of work in the transfer window, I think we look all right, personally.
Okay,
interesting. It's a really positive take. I just wonder if you look all right, it's good enough for Manchester United.
I agree.
That's the point.
Still, what?
Good call.
Thanks. Still to come, we'll be discussing if the 3 p.m. blackout needs to go. But first, it's time for no Googling. We want to know who's... Turn up it, Jack. We like the music. Right there.
By the way, the new G Unit trainers come out tomorrow.
The what? I didn't know what you said.
The new G Unit trainers. Well, they're the old ones, but the new ones come out.
What makes that?
Reebok.
Yeah, should I be getting them?
Yeah.
More than the Back to the Future ones that just come out?
Yeah, I used to wear G Units back in the day, man.
Have you still got them?
Nah, sold them on.
I'm not really a G Unit man, am I? I don't mean. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I need you to elaborate.
More. Well, I'm guessing they're going to be.
What?
No. I'm guessing they're going to be quite cool, right?
Yeah.
And that.
He's all over the gap.
No. Hear me out.
All over the
gap. Hear me out. The Michael J. Fox ones, the Back to the Future ones, there are a smaller version.
You're talking about the AirTech Challenge?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
They're more me. They're more telling. They're more like. Do you know what I mean? I won't be able to carry off there. You'd look good in them.
I'm getting some G Units, man.
No, maybe I should get some as well then. Okay. Right. We want to know who's the only player in Premier. How much will they cost me?
I think they're about 160, maybe less.
That's a lot of money, Darren. Who's the only player in Premier League history, or I like this already, to score an own goal and a hat-trick in the same game?
That's unbelievable question.
Who's the only player in Premier League history to score an own goal and a hat-trick? Is that four? Don't look. Is that 4 goals or not?
No.
It's not. All right. The answer to that and so much more coming up live and drive on talkSPORT in seconds. Stay where you are.
In the traditional thought process of who's going to challenge Arsenal, they're all in a form of transition. They're all in. Liverpool have got to rebuild.
So you telling me Arsenal will win it again?
Well, you would think that there's a distinct possibility, as Martin rightly says, nothing is easy, and neither should it be, and neither should we hope it is.
Sure.
Right? But Arsenal are in the box seat.
Yeah.
And I don't want the narrative to be seedy because he'll start crying about it. But the fact is that you don't want them to steal defeat from the jaws of victory, because it is theirs to win.
Sure.
They're the defending champions. They're in good nick.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that kind of talk.
They're in good nick.
We'll
get to some talk with some Arsenal fans very shortly,
the narrative talk last season. Four games in last year, we're saying Arsenal had blown it. Yeah. Like, let's not get into all of that. It's theirs to blow. No. They can enjoy now. There's a new armoury.
Who said that?
This is a tough. They are winners, Jim. You cannot dispute that this season.
Well, they are. But let me ask you this before we hit the 10:30 break. Arteta's next evolution, are the narratives of boring Arsenal and set-piece FC now being wiped aside?
Well, I'm not sure they were there anyway. Because Arsenal, look, as I say, I didn't care if their winning goal came off
was a strong narrative,
the backside of Gabriel or not. 25 goals from set pieces. Look, whatever way they found to, they'll be doing all of that again this year. It's every facet of their play. They'll try and pass the ball. Look how well they passed the ball yesterday when they went 2 or 3 goals up. The handbrake came off yesterday, and they got players in the final third.
Well,
that's the next step.
Do you envisage a style change this season?
Well, I think it's a dominance check, really. They were allowed to play football yesterday. This is what you're up against, isn't it? But no, I mean, the manager wants to go to the next step. That is to control games more.
Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against real prospects, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Driver talkSPORT me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Just a little shout out. No. You'll understand why, because it helps you as well. All right, you're so negative, aren't you? Something?
No.
You can't do shout out.
No, Joe,
Let me tell you something.
No, Joe,
I'll do what I want.
No, Joe, why?
Go on.
Because whenever I was thinking of doing a shout out, you went, this ain't Heart FM.
Magic FM.
Yeah, there you go.
The shout is tomorrow. Benty and I, along with the rest of the Drive team, are doing a proper, in front of an audience, live show, gearing up to the start of the Premier League. Now, we were hoping that we would wear the brand new shirt of our chosen club, Arsenal for you, and Manchester United for me. We're hoping that the nice people at Adidas could send us a shirt.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't sent you one, and they've sent the wrong size for me. So if anyone can sort us both out a shirt, we will give them a plug on tomorrow's show.
Okay.
How about that? All right.
That's nice.
So you want an Arsenal shirt? What colour? What size?
I'll take which one I can get.
What size are you?
Extra large, please.
Okay, and I'll just have a large blue Man United long sleeve shirt. Would be amazing.
Well,
We'll
no,
give you a
just
shout
like-
out.
Why are you asking specifics? Just go, I'll have a Man United shirt and
I don't want if someone's got a shop and they go, what ones do you want? I'll have that one. The blue one with long sleeves.
get him short sleeve, medium.
But that's the problem I've got already.
No, you haven't got XL.
How can the people at Adidas get it wrong?
Just wear that.
It's too big. It's massive. I look like Tom Hanks at the end of Big. It just doesn't work. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the only player in the Premier League history to score an own goal and a hat-trick?
Who do you play for?
Chelsea.
And who else?
5-2 winners over Wolves in 2019. He scored the 4 goals, if you like.
What nationality?
English.
Tammy Abraham.
Yes. How do you know? Do you look?
No, I swear on the kids' life I didn't look at your iPad.
What? Would you say there?
I swear on my kids' life I didn't look at your
All
iPad.
right, okay. Still to come, be discussing if the 3 p.m. blackout needs to go. There has been a wicket at Headingley, though. Sam Allard can confirm what I've told you is true. Sam.
It's true. Pakistan 150 for 6. Josh Tongue has his second. It's a beauty to get rid of the Pakistan standing captain, Salman. He goes for 21. It's a full ball from Josh Tongue, angling it into the right-hander, looks to play it through the offside. Bit of movement, beats him on the inside edge and crashes into the top of off stump. England been on fire in this afternoon session. Pakistan at one point were 97 for 2. Now approaching tea, Pakistan 150 for 6.
Good work. Thank you. We'll keep you up to date as soon as we hear more on that. Right. talkSPORT have been granted exclusive access to Bournemouth. How about that? Ahead of their opening game of the season. That's away to Man City on Sunday. They, of course, go into the season with a new manager. Marco Rosa takes over from Andoni Iraola. And we can head there now, actually, because Rosa is speaking exclusively to talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook.
Marco, thanks for joining us on talkSPORT. First of all, how excited are you about the challenge ahead this season, managing in the Premier League and replacing a legendary figure in Andoni Iraola?
I'm very excited, but of course I'm a coach for a long time. Trained many clubs, so football is football. It stays always the same, and on the level we are working, it's mostly about results. And that's why I'm curious about the upcoming games, the start in the Premier League against Manchester City. But I'm quite positive because I experienced our preparation. I experienced the lads. I got to know the lads and the club, and everything is on a good spot.
There's not been massive changes in personnel either. There's been a lot of talk about some of your best players from last season maybe moving on to new clubs, but you've managed to keep the likes of Krupi and Alex Scott and Tyler Adams in the building. Are you confident that will still be the case in the last 2 weeks of the transfer window, that all those big names will stay?
Yeah, and we can talk about Rayan as well. So we have really top lads in the squad, talented, but we have also a lot of experience, and of course it's always exciting time, the transfer windows. But the club made the decision to keep the squad together because it's our first time in Europe, and we need to stay competitive. We need to be competitive, and of course then it's about communication, about talks, about clear communications to everyone. And so far we are in a good spot, in a good line, and I hope it stays like this.
Are you hopeful that Alex Scott will eventually sign a new contract? We know he's been in talks for quite some time now.
I would love it, and I think he knows that he is here on a good place. He made a great improvement. He became a very important player, and he's still young. So there's no ceiling for him, in my opinion. And now we play Europe, so it means more responsibility for him, more games, and it could be a really good step for him this season, a next step in his personality and his the improvement as a player to get a real leader.
How do you relax and unwind away from football? What are your interests away from football?
I'm playing golf. I like to play golf. I played here Ferndown and Remedy Oak, and try to explore some more places. But again, that was your question. England, for me, so far is a nice country. I compared the people a little bit with the people I come from in Germany, in East Germany, because I love I love my home. I love my city, and the people there are mostly just normal, and that's what I feel here. Everyone is kind and friendly. I needed to get used to drive an English car on the wrong side, but the way the people are reacting and supporting you, even if you drive your car, is very nice.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
Superb. Enjoyed that. Thank you.
We enjoyed that as well. Good work, Quickie. Let's address some of the questions he was answering there, Benty, about how big it is for Bournemouth to keep hold of the likes of Alex Scott and Krupp. I know Krupp is injured at the moment. He's going to miss the start of the season, but big names and important that Bournemouth hold on to players like that, right?
Yeah, it is. It's huge. I mean, what they did last season, finishing 6th or 7th, I think. Was it 6th? What's that? 6th they finished last season, Bournemouth. Which, when you think about that is, for a club like Bournemouth, that is incredible. I thought they've got the recruitment absolutely spot on as well. But this season's going to be a different test. They want the fact they've got European football, that should help. Unless you go to one of the big hitters in Europe or the Premier League, the fact that Bournemouth have got European football, you can kind of hold on to these players. Go, listen, this football club's in Europe.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic achievement. I am intrigued to see how they're going to get on, though.
I was going to ask how difficult it's going to be to juggle the likes of Premier League and Europa League.
Yeah, and obviously Andoni Iraola, who I'm a big fan of, obviously now a Liverpool manager, him no longer being there. I think they'll be fine, but we've seen it before with clubs this sort of size where they struggle. Something has to give at some point. They haven't got the squad big enough, and they've got good players.
Even big sides like Newcastle, right? They struggle with it.
Exactly,
it's very difficult.
You can't go toe to toe in Europe and then toe to toe in the Premier League. It's hard. So something always has to give a little bit. But the fact that they're in Europe, I mean, you can enjoy it. You may have a real good go, but they've had a fantastic couple of seasons. Recruitment's been really good. They've brought players in. They've ended up selling some of these players for big money as well. They've developed some really good players. But it's an exciting time if you're a Bournemouth fan. Really exciting.
What should their aim be? What should their aim be in the Premier League this season?
I mean, do you know what? It's such a difficult one, because the obvious answer to that question would be, well, can you replicate what you did last season? You finished 6th last year, and it was only 3 points of a Champions League. It was Liverpool that nicked that last spot, 5th. So that would be the obvious answer, would be, we'll just replicate what you did last season. But then when you throw in this European aspect of it as well, I think if they can finish in the top
10, I think top 10 is still great. A decent run in Europa League and top 10, great season.
Well, I mean, for Bournemouth, I'm looking at it again. They're not going to go down, but we've seen the stronghold that English clubs have had on the Conference League and the Europa League the last few seasons. I'm looking at Bournemouth thinking there's no reason why they can't win it.
Okay, that's a big ask.
How is it big? Well, Palace won one last. No, it wasn't.
We won the Europa, was it?
But remember, and you haven't got to deal with the Champions League dropping out.
Yeah, no, if it was conference, I'd sort of agree with you, but Europa's huge.
I don't know. I'd still say if they can.
I mean, that'd be some achievement. That'd be better than Palace winning the conference.
Yeah, it was a better competition.
Yeah, and they're a smaller club.
So listen, it's a fantastic achievement, but
I think if they have a decent run and finish top 10, brilliant season.
No, I think they're better than just a decent run. I think Bournemouth are better than that. Okay. Just a decent run.
Well, you tell me what you think they should do this season then.
Top 8.
Yeah.
Win the Europa.
I mean, yeah, that would be amazing.
There you go.
I just don't think
listen. No, yeah. I got it for you.
Go on.
Right. Don't get relegated. Win the Europa.
Okay, so 10th. Anywhere. 17th.
Anywhere.
Like Spurs.
Yeah, anywhere.
A Spurs season. 17th win the Europa.
Yeah, I mean, for Spurs, again, for the size of that club, not good enough.
That's right.
If you offered that to Bournemouth, they won the Europa League. Oh, my
And they're playing Premier League football next season, I agree. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, as I mentioned earlier on, we are bringing you a very, very special show tomorrow. It's Drive's Premier League launch show from 4 p.m. Myself, Benty, Gabby Agbonlor, Jason Cundy will be there, and Jamie O'Hara as well will kick-start the Premier League season live from our terrace. However, we do need your help. We did, Block Caps, have fans representing all 20 of the season's Premier League clubs, but a few have pulled out. So if you support a Premier League club, specifically Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United or Man City. So when I say a few, 5.
Man United didn't turn up.
That's disgusting.
Man United.
You should be
Huge
famous.
club, no fans come. Oh,
I mean, we're in London. I mean, loads of you should be here.
Exactly.
Newcastle, Leeds, Brighton, and the 2 Manchester clubs. If you fancy heading to London to meet all the people, you won't meet me, but the other people I mentioned, pick up the phone 03717 223344. You'll be on our terrace. You'll see our show live. You'll see in person just what Bentley looks like. Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United, or Man City. 03717 223344. Can I just say, if that is you and you fancy it, don't hang about, because Teddy's waiting for your call. So phone him up, speak to Ted. I'm going to have you here at 3 o'clock tomorrow until 7. And there will be refreshments. That's alcohol and maybe pizza, although they forgot the pizza. We are looking for Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United, and Man City. Forgot the pizza.
No, Man United.
Forgot the pizza last year. And you must wear your club colours. How about that? Get dialed in now. Teddy, who does absolutely nothing when he's in that room over there, he's waiting for your call. 03717 223344. If you want to come and see the show live tomorrow and you support Leeds, Newcastle, Brighton, Man United, or Man City, pick up the phone and we'll say hello to you in person tomorrow.
May as well get to it. Arsenal in advanced talks to sign Ezri Konsa from Aston Villa. Apparently Konsa has agreed personal terms, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's been the case for a while. When you looked at Arsenal's list of defensive targets, I think Ezri Konsa has always been very much number one priority. Obviously going to be disappointing for Aston Villa to lose another of their key men from last season. Morgan Rogers having been sold to Chelsea, Yuri Tillemans to Manchester United, and Luca Digne to PSG. So it has been a bit of a fire sale at Villa Park this summer. Emi Martinez could be on his way out as well, although that move to Juventus broke down. I'm intrigued to see what the final fee will be, because I think Arsenal's initial offer was well short of the 60 million that Villa were initially holding out for. So intrigued to see how close Arsenal get to that fee. But you can understand the reason that Arsenal are going for Ezri Konsa. He's got that versatility. He can play at right back if needed. He can play at centre back alongside Gabriel while William Saliba is out injured. And I think he might miss quite a chunk of the season with that back injury suffered at the World Cup. And he's someone who's Premier League ready, much like Bruno Guimaraes. He won't need a bedding in period. So I think this is another really positive move for the champions. I make Arsenal big favourites to retain that title.
And so do you, Danny. Although it pains you to say it, so do you. You think, yeah, with the way it's looking, Arsenal to retain it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a mixture of reasons. Obviously, the quality they've got, but the confidence that win will give them, and just the stability of the same manager, the same core of players. They've not lost any of their best players, and they're just adding more quality.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. And thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s.
What?
That's what the song is.
Oh, ones every day of the week.
Look, listen to him over there.
Jordan
1s.
Oh, ones.
More than one. 31.
Oh, that's all about you, isn't it?
41.
More than one Rolex, AP costs 31. It's Driver Talk Sport, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo still to come. We'll be joined by former Ipswich chairman, the man that sold Darren Bent £2 million.
Yeah, what a lovely man.
Although we think it's 1.5, don't we?
What are you insinuating?
The legend is David Sheepshanks will be on our show.
Really, really
When
nice
did I
guy.
speak to him?
I saw him, and I think not that long ago was he at my Hall of Fame dinner?
Well, let me just pick that up for you. Was it my Hall of Fame dinner?
I can't remember.
Was it my Hall of Fame dinner?
Lovely man. Brilliant guy.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Just quickly, Arsenal want to loan out Ethan Nwaneri this summer rather than sell him.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I
Don't
mean,
wanna sell
I'd
him.
rather keep him and sell
course.
others. But
Who?
That's for another day.
Well, who? Tell me.
Probably Mad Wakey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact they're not selling him and just send him out on loan, yeah, I think that's good. Remember, you still got Downman over there as well, you know.
Yeah. Paul Pogba has left Monaco after his contract was terminated following just one season at the club.
We take him back.
I didn't want him when he was there. So I'm now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Right, time now for today's bet with the friends of Paddy Power. Let's welcome Graham Byrne to the show. Bernie.
Yeah, how are you doing, guys? Great to hear you again.
Thanks, man. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, couldn't be better. Brilliant.
Good. We can see you now. You had a nice summer?
Yay.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, I've been up a couple of holidays and that and just getting ready for the new season.
Couple of holidays.
Not
Pay
one.
well,
Yeah.
do they? Paddy Power?
Yeah, they do sometimes.
Good
but
on
you
you.
have to save it up.
Yeah, no sun at either of them, no? Right, thanks for coming on. We are looking forward to Saturday as whole take on Manchester United. Right, can you remind us how the bet builder works, please?
Yeah, we're putting together a scenario within a game that we think of 5 things. There's 5 of us going in on this one, and if it all comes off, it's going to come off to about 8 to 1. 5 different scenarios.
Brilliant. And it's, of course, a charity bet. Can you remind us the charity that may benefit?
Yeah, hopefully it will be the Attitude Foundation, who support a range of causes across the LGBTQ community.
Now, last season, me and Bentley were awful at this.
No, I wasn't.
It's a team game.
No, I wasn't. You was.
Team game. Let's hope that changes this. Right, it's a 5-leg bet builder. These are our picks. I've gone for Manchester United to win the game.
Yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? Hull are 4 to 6 favourites to finish bottom. Man United are 9 to 1 to win the league. I don't think Man United have ever been beaten on an opening day fixture by a team that was promoted, and I don't think Hull have ever beaten them either. I think the record is they've played each other 10 times in the Premier League. United have won 8 and drawn 2.
Wow.
Benny?
Well, I've gone for over 2.5 goals, please, in the game.
Yeah, let's hope there is. First game of the season, attacking lineups coming up for Michael Carrick, hopefully, and I think we can do. And you finished off last season, Ben, I think it was 6 from 19, so you finished last season in great form.
Next up is producer Joe, who, of course, is a married man now, got married over the summer. He's gone for Tillemans to score assist at any time.
In his 244 career appearances, he's 26 goals, 37 assists, but he'd just 4 assists last year. So if I'm Joe, I'm hoping that the move to Man United can bring him into a more advanced role if he's going to make this one land.
Me too. 3 down, 2 to go. Next up, the people. What have they gone for?
They've gone for both teams to score. The people think that United might be a bit flaky at the back. There might be a bit of lack of pace at the back, and maybe Hull can stick one in.
And the last is yours, Bernie. What are you going for?
I'm going to go for our old friend Bruno Fernandes to either score or be shown a card, because it can go either way with him. If he scores, he's going to love it, and if things are going bad, he might stick the foot in, or he might moan at the ref and get a yellow card.
Okay, I hope not. But can you just confirm the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time?
Yeah, the odds are 8 to 1, so let's hope that we can start off the season with a winner.
Okay. The sunbed shop round the corner from you have just text saying they're open till 7 if you've still got time to get there.
That's just all natural. I'll have to show you my arm and you'll know that I wasn't in any...
That's golf, though, that, isn't it? That's golf.
No.
We've all got one of them. Maybe you should go down to the gym. Forget the sunbed shop.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks for coming on, man. You're looking good.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers, boys.
Thanks,
See you
Ben.
later. Bye.
There you go. That's Paddy Power's
Bye-bye.
bet, but if it's today, minimum 25 play. 80 plus, begambleaware.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
He sent man on holiday twice, no somewhere.
Nothing was it. He was whiter than when he left. We've got lots coming up in the next hour or two. We really do. When we come back, we'll be talking about the fact it's another season without football on the telly at 3 p.m. You got a problem with that?
I mean, it's very rarely there's games at 3 o'clock nowadays anyway.
Because
but
all the big ones are held back for the...
yeah, I would like the option to be able to watch any game I want at any time.
Would you?
Although I can because I've got the Premier League access code, but yeah.
I think it's illegal, isn't it, in this country?
No, it's not.
You still got the stick from last night, fella in the car.
Hey, here we go, Joe. It's back.
What?
Back in here.
Of course
You got yours, mate.
Huh?
I see you watching yours.
Mate, I'm
on your iPad.
on my kid's life. I don't have that. You know, I don't have that. It's illegal. I wouldn't do that. You sure on your kid's life you don't have one?
What part you? Yeah, come on.
You can have your say whether or not you think there should be 3 p.m. football on the telly. It might be changing towards the end of next. It might be, but it's certainly not for the start of it. Do you want it? It's a simple question, and it's a simple number to dial in to have your say. 03717 22 3344. Dial that. You can be next live on Drive on talkSPORT right after this.
And 2 weeks today, the transfer window closes. Would you anticipate much more business in terms of incomings between now and then?
Well, you can see the league, how unpredictable the league is and the amount of things that can happen on a day. So it's better not to talk too much, be prepared, be open, and hopefully we can wrap up the transfer window in a really positive way.
You were speaking before the Community Shield. You were asked about your long-term future and contract negotiations, and you said there's nothing to worry about, Arsenal fans. Do you see yourself as somebody who can do what the likes of Guardiola and Wenger and Ferguson did and stay at the club for many years and build a dynasty?
I want to do what I'm capable of doing and what is the best for the club. And I feel very, very happy and grateful to be sitting where I am with the people that I work with every single day. And my ambition is to continue this way.
Was it strange at Cardiff on Sunday that you weren't facing Pep Guardiola in the dugout, given that rivalry that's developed and obviously your relationship with him?
It was different. Obviously, I know Enzo really well, but obviously the relationship that I built with Pep when we work with each other, and then, yeah, the amount of headaches and sweats that he has provided to me over the last 6-7 years to try to catch up to the level and the standards that they set in the league has been an absolute inspiration. I think he's left a benchmark and a mark in this league that it will be history forever, and he made us, I think, all of us better.
Have you had many conversations with him since the end of the season, since you were crowned champions?
I had, and I have due to have an important as well in the next few days, and I'm looking forward to it.
From the Toffees to the Tractor Boys, the Eagles to the Seagulls, Gunners, Bees, Hammers and Magpies, Premier League teams have got a load of crazy nicknames. Ever wondered where they came from? Let's start with Everton. They're dubbed the Toffees, but why? Well, because when the club was formed, just down the road there were 2 local toffee shops. Ye Ancient Everton Toffee House and Mother Noblet's Toffee Shop were big fan favourites. Next, they say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, and that's exactly what Ipswich Town did when it came to their nickname. The term Tractor Boys used to be chanted by their opponents as a way of putting the team down for their farming background. But during one game back in the late 90s, Ipswich were 1-0 up and they decided to flip the script. 1-0 to the Tractor Boys, they sang, and a new nickname was born. Let's head to Leicester, famous for more than just a red, well, orangey cheese and Jamie Vardy. Leicestershire's also the birthplace of fox hunting, hence the Foxes. Next up, turns out apples are not the only fruit that don't fall far from the tree. Bournemouth's nickname, the Cherries, comes from the fact the club's stadium was originally built right next to a bunch of cherry orchards. This next story actually involves 2 club nicknames. It started with Crystal Palace. They were having an absolute nightmare run back in the early 70s. They'd been relegated after a terrible spell, and manager Malcolm Allison decided enough was enough. He wanted a new nickname, something strong, fast and destined for success. Something exactly like an eagle. But there's more to this one. Brighton were in search of a nickname too, and Palace finally gave them what they needed. In a heated match between the two back in 1976, Palace fans began chanting, "Eagles, Eagles." And some clever Brighton fans came up with the perfect reply, "Seagulls, Seagulls." Not all club nicknames have a crazy story, though. Take the Gunners. That just comes from the fact a group of munitions workers in the Royal Arsenal factory in Woolwich set up the club in 1886. On the flip side, some nicknames seem simple, but there's a bit more to them, like West Ham. The Hammers is actually nothing to do with the ham part of the name. It comes from the fact the club used to be called Thames Ironworks FC and was made up of workmen and shipbuilders. So next time the away end's chanting their crazy nickname, you'll now know exactly where it came from.
Welcome back to hour number 2. Job for talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, everyone's favourite Darren. It's Darren Bent.
Summertime comes up, I'll get it out.
I bet you will. Give me 5 famous Darrens apart from you. Non-football related.
Darren Day.
What?
Darren Lewis.
He's not famous,
yeah,
mate. He's not famous.
No, he's famous.
He's listening. Don't make his head anything.
He's famous.
All right, I'll give you that, even though I shouldn't. 3 more.
Darren Day-Lewis.
That's Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, no, yeah. Darren Campbell.
Yeah, the runner.
Yep. Darren...
2 more. Not a lot of Darrens, right, is there?
Yeah, Darren...
Go on.
Darren... Oh, Darren Duchovny.
That's David.
No, there's no Darren Duchovny.
No, there ain't a Darren. There ain't Darren Duchovny. What's Darren Duchovny?
His cousin. His actor.
Well, he's not famous then, is he? What was he in? Okay, I'll give you Darren Duchovny. 1 more.
Darren...
Not Darren.
Darren O'Day.
There's no Darren O'Day. What's Darren O'Day do? That's not easy to say. What's Darren O'Day do?
Yeah,
I can see Joe talking to you.
Yeah, he's the favourite Celtic.
Well, I said non-footballers.
Yeah, but Darren O'Day was an actor.
What was he in? As well as Darren Duchovny. He named Darren Day as number 1.
It's Darren here, by the way. Darren Ambrose.
He's football related.
That's it. You can name 2 You know,
Duchovny. No, Darren Duchovny.
David, there is not Darren Duchovny.
Darren Lewis.
Not famous. You got 1. Still to come, we join by Bent, his first chairman, who sold him, and rightly so. David Sheepshanks will be on our show. But now, is it time to ditch the 3 p.m. blackouts?
The only demand for the 3 o'clock blackout was it was put on years and years ago because it protected lesser clubs from the impacts of attendances diminishing.
You're telling me if Arsenal, West Ham are on, or Spurs, West Ham are on TV at 3 o'clock, they're not coming Billericay. They're sitting at home watching West Ham.
The headline should read, "Greedy Premier League, it's all about us. You lot, you can go and do one. We don't care about you."
Yeah, the 3 p.m. blackout rule, of course, prevents football from being shown on UK TV between 2:45 and 5:15 on Saturdays. However, reports suggest that the Premier League, taking their production studios in-house this season, could soon see that come to an end. talkSPORT's Alex Crook spoke to the league's chief exec, Richard Masters, yesterday and put that question to him.
It's not just us involved in the decision about Article 48, it's us, the EFL and the FA. And we've got to take that decision at some point in the future about whether things are going to change. It's not a decision for now. It's a decision we've got to make before the next set of domestic processes that the EFL and the Premier League are going to do. So I'd say about 18 months' time, we'll come back to that decision about whether Article 48 should remain or not.
What do you make of this outdated law, possibly? Some people might call it 3. But is it good or bad? What's the bad thing about having a 3 p.m. game of football live on the telly?
Well, the one that springs to mind is the one I think most people would think of would be the fact that by showing every game on TV, certainly the 3 o'clock blackouts, you might get, if there's, say the weather's a little bit
iffy,
turgid, right? Right, a little bit turgid. You might get some supporters that'll be like, do you know what? We can watch it at 3 o'clock now, so we won't bother going down.
Yeah.
And then obviously clubs lose money. Obviously the revenue goes down as well because they're not selling as much merchandise. I get that. So that would be the negative. That the first thing that springs to mind. But
do you think there'd be a lot of fans that would feel like that?
Well, so I generally believe it's the club you support. Do you know what I mean? So some people might be like, the big clubs might be like, no, do you know what? Because going to Old Trafford, for instance, I use them as an example.
Yeah.
It's an experience because you talk about the stadium, the merchandise, the statues, the history at the football club.
Yeah.
So even if the weather is a little bit bad, if Man United are playing at 3 o'clock, you're going to go to Old Trafford because it's Man United.
Yeah.
Whereas you might get some other clubs that will be like, where there's maybe the supporters maybe not as heavy as maybe.
You say that, right? If you lived in the Manchester area, for argument's sake, right? I know a lot of United fans don't. Haha, that's a joke. But a lot do. If you're a Manchester United football fan and you're not a season ticket holder, and Man United have got a game like Ipswich, right, at Old Trafford.
Why Ipswich?
Well, it's like not a big game.
That's huge.
It's not a Cat A game, right? And you can either watch the game for a tenner on the telly, or you can take your 2 kids there and spend £150, £200 on a match day experience. You're going to watch it at home. Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, but the thing is,
very expensive.
You can never ever replicate that match day feeling.
Of course you can't.
Like, you watch a game on TV.
But tough times at the moment for people.
Yes, that I understand. You watch a game on TV and it's 0-0. The game it could be rubbish. Even if you go and watch a 0-0 in a stadium and it's the exact same game, it's live and everything that's going on.
No, I disagree with you. It's rubbish.
No, it's not. It's like, oh, I like
no, it's not. It's not.
The kids
you go, what a waste of money that was.
The kids will still love it. They will still love the day out because you get to people watch. You get to watch the warm ups. You can watch your favourite player.
People watch.
Do you know what I mean?
Look at the geezer over there in row B.
Yeah, maybe, but no, I think that's the one thing I think of is that it might by having this 3 p.m. kind of lifted, that might encourage supporters that are kind of and ahhing to not go to the stadium, and then clubs lose money.
Do you think it will encourage clubs to put their prices down to attract those people that are floating?
Yeah, maybe there might be an element to that.
Could be, right?
Or maybe, I mean, football clubs putting their money down. They might be. It is tough,
Well,
but maybe freezing it, freezing the prices.
What about if you support a side that's in like League 2 or League 1, and it's snowing out, and usually go and see your team? Attendances are like, I don't know, 6,000.
See, those clubs need the revenue, need people to go.
But then you think, oh, Man United Ipswich is on the telly, I might stay in and watch that.
Well, no, if you're a true supporter of your football club, you watch your team.
I know, but a lot of fans are supporters, but not hardened supporters, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but
They will put it like this, and I'll put the call out now: 03717 222 If you support a lower league team, right? You support them; they're your team. And there's a game on the telly at 3 o'clock, and you can watch that in the comfort of your own home, or you can go to support your League 2 side.
See, this is like I was just thinking as you was talking there, right? So a lot of guys, a lot of teams that support Premier League sides, right? If they live in an area where there's, say, a National League side or a lower league side, if their team's away from home, right, that encourages them to go and watch the local club, right?
What start game? What?
Right. So just say you support West Ham,
right?
Right. What's
and Leighton Orient,
and Orient are on, but West Ham are playing Newcastle,
right?
Right. At 3 o'clock, because you can't watch the game, you then go and support Orient. If you then give them supporters an option of watching 3 o'clock, they're not going to Orient anymore. They're going to watch West Ham home and away.
Should we go to the phone lines? Those people won't have the sound. Simon is a Celtic fan. Hi, Simon.
Hey, lads, you all right?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah, good. I just want to make 2 quick points on this, if that's all right. I won't go on for too long.
Whatever you want.
I think point 1, which you and Bentley just talked about, is the cost of a football game these days is quite astronomical, especially if you've got But Bentley makes a great point that it is an experience. So if people can get there maybe once or twice a season, I think they're always going to go, regardless of the weather. But the other point I want to make, these games have been available, rightly or wrongly, whether you condone it or not, these games are sort of available at the minute, the 3 p.m. kickoffs to a lot of people in the UK anyway. And yet,
well, hold on. They are illegally, and from my understanding, they are illegally, right? Let's underline that fact. But
of course it is. But let's live in the real world where we're all aware that there is access to these games, illegal or not.
Do you know what, right?
By the way, I've not cut him off. He's still there.
No, do you know what, right? Simon, Celtic fan.
I haven't cut him off.
I understand what you're saying, right?
Or whoever.
Oh, there he is.
They're their own money off it, aren't they? But one thing I would say is if they're going to do it for the Premier League, they should do it for everybody. Because, like you said, if it is really bad weather and you're in League One, are you going to watch the Super Sunday or the Saturday 3 p.m. if it's a big team?
Yeah.
Perhaps they should do it to League One, League Two, Championship, and then obviously distribute the money accordingly. Because those clubs do need the money and they might lose out on the revenue. But if you're going to do it do it for everyone. But let's not pretend that people don't already have access.
No, I understand that. So I'm thinking, people. Let me ask you a quick question, right? A serious question. There are people that do watch football illegally on the dodgy sticks and dodgy streams, right? Do you think that if football was readily available legally to football fans,
those platforms die?
Yeah,
of course they do.
I think they do, right?
Well, the sports part of it, but that's the thing. From the people that I've heard, they've got them.
Yeah. You get all the movies.
Yeah.
and everything.
So
yeah.
But the sport aspect, I guess because you get the movies and everything, it probably won't die. It's just an added bonus. But I do think for people in this country that, because the National League and non-league's huge in this football club, the pyramid. I do think if you then encourage team supporters that support Premier League clubs or bigger sides, to stay at home now and watch their side at 3:00 now, because it's now an option.
Yeah.
Some of these lower league sides will just die.
Let's take your call, shall we? We are taking your calls. Is it time to ditch the 3 p.m. blackout? Would it make a difference? I'd like to hear from fans of lower league football that if your team's playing away.
Well, someone's put here, I support Man City, but on Saturday, blackout, I go and watch Eastleigh. So if that's
that person there, would you still go and watch Eastleigh, or if Man City were on the 3 p.m. game and you can watch?
Oh, he's watching Man City every week.
Well, then the smaller clubs are going to lose out. 0371 722 3344. There's been another wicket Headingley. Sam Ellard can tell us more. Sam?
Pakistan lost 4 wickets in 9 overs before tea. They've now lost another in the second over after the break. 163 for 8. Tung has his 4th. He gets Rizwan for 12. Back of a length ball. It tailed back into Rizwan, who was super deep in his crease. Up goes the finger. Rizwan did review. It was umpire's call on impact, and umpire's call the ball clipping the top of off stump. From 93 for 2, Pakistan now in big trouble at 163 for 8.
Thank you, Sam. Right, let's take your calls. Is it time to ditch the 3 p.m. blackout? Yay or nay? 0371 722 3344. Loads of time for your calls right after this.
I put it on silent and plane mode the whole time I was on holiday.
Good lad.
I
did message you and you pied me.
Well,
I was like, it's fine.
Well, I didn't get it.
Fine.
I didn't get the message.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm back now, right?
Yeah.
And I got a little surprise for you.
Oh, you got me a present.
I've got you a little
Woo!
prize.
What you got me?
I've got you.
What you got me? Ah! He's got me a Jason Cundy Tottenham shirt.
There you go, mate. You wanted one.
Is this official your shirt?
That's the official,
This
right?
is a match-worn shirt.
It's a match, probably match on the bench.
That's amazing.
I've got a little Sharpie here, mate, and I'm going to sign it in the break.
I want you to sign it. We have to come up with something. What are we going to put on it?
Dear numbnuts.
And that's amazing. Thank you, mate.
There.
Oh, look at that.
It's in my mum and dad's house.
That's so good.
There you
That's
go.
fully fledged. This is proper Premier League.
Yeah.
That's
there you go,
thank you, mate.
That's
That's
all
going
right,
to go
see?
up on the wall. I
Is it?
didn't get you anything.
That's all right.
So sorry. I didn't think we were exchanging presents.
Well, no, it's fine. You asked. You did say to me, if I find one, can I have it? And there you go, mate.
You found it. Well done.
Found it, matey.
That's so good.
There you go.
Fits as well.
Fits.
I love the old shirts because they're all massive.
Yeah.
So I can get that on.
Do you want me to sign it? You're going to stick it on your wall? You're going to.
Yeah. Of course I want you.
When
to.
Spurs play, you might wear it, Jay.
No. Yeah. What's number 26?
No, I got bumped out, didn't I? Jurgen Klinsmann took me 18.
Yeah, and that's Ledley King's number as well, isn't it? Like, literally, Cundy's the worst player to wear number 26 for Spurs.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, Visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Yes, sir. What's this? This is Pharrell and Gwen Stefani. It's called "Can I Have It Like That." We need to play. We need to play some more Pharrell and NERD.
Have you watched the new Jose doc on Netflix?
No.
It's honestly one of the best docs I've ever seen. You got to watch it. Not because I'm in it.
Are you in it?
I think episode 3 you can hear my voice, but not because of that. But it's one of the honestly, it's one. If you love your football, watch it.
Every doc you say it comes out is the best. What was that thing you told me to watch the other day? It was beautifully.
Oh, it was beautifully made. Joe Wilkinson and David.
And it's called. Brilliant.
Joe and David's Magical Mystery Tour.
Is it?
Something like that.
What
it's brilliant.
This is, by the way.
Still to come, we'll be joined by Bentley's first chairman, David Sheepshanks. Just quickly, Julian Alvarez has told Atletico Madrid he won't be attending training after they blocked his move to Barcelona. Man United are close to signing Brighton's midfielder Carlos Baleba. And there's been another wicket at the cricket. Sam can tell us more. Sam?
Yeah, 9th wicket for England, and Ollie Robinson has his 5th 5-wicket haul in Test match cricket. He's been outstanding today, in particular in the morning session with the new ball. The 5th wicket to fall is Karam Shazad. It's a full ball for Ollie Robinson. The Pakistan lower order batsman tries to go for a big hack down the ground. He miscues the shot. It goes high in the air, and there's a good catch at mid-on by Gus Atkinson, who takes the catch, and Ollie Robinson has 5 wickets. Josh Tongue at the other end. He's 4 for 46. He's looking for his 5th wicket, and Pakistan's 10th. England have been exceptional throughout the afternoon session and early on in the evening session. Pakistan 93 for 2 earlier on, now 171 for 9.
Thank you, Sam. Should we go back to the phone? I think we shall. Is it time to ditch the 3 p.m. blackout? Is our question? 03717 223344. Josh is a Chelsea fan. Josh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. How you doing?
We're good, very well, my friend. How are you today?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Sun is shining down in Somerset. It's a lovely day out.
Beautiful.
It's always shining there, isn't it?
No, not so much. Not so much at all.
Oh, okay. Well, lovely part of the world. What would you like to say, Josh?
Yeah, so I think the blackout really, I mean, it's the typical Premier League just trying to get more money, essentially, in a pot which is already overflowing. But I think the main part is, if there was some type of agreement where a blackout was lifted, the one thing that really has to be supported is the lower league clubs. And whether it be a case of, I mean, an idea that I had just while I was waiting is, if it does get lifted, is then there should be a profit share going back to the lower league clubs. If there was that option, really, because
that would never happen.
I think why do you think that?
Why would they give money away? They're in it to make more money.
Well,
I agree with you. By the way, I agree with you, but it won't happen.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that you have to look at the big corporations nowadays. They actually look for ways to try and get people back on side. And as much as everyone does hate the Premier League and how they operate, and, you know, there's certain things with the Man City charge, etc., which are really bad. This is a really good opportunity for them to show that they are giving something back. They're supporting both parties.
This won't happen.
They're supporting.
Josh,
well, I mean,
listen, I love your enthusiasm behind it. But I mean, the Premier League makes millions upon billions of pounds. When have they ever helped out lower league football?
Well, I mean, now's a really good opportunity to start. I think, and potentially with the way that the country's going and everything like that, it could be a really good opportunity to actually give back to these lower league clubs, whilst also still gaining a bit more revenue for opening the blackout.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's a nice thought. Sadly, it won't happen.
I'm intrigued, and I need someone to phone up. If you support a lower league side, even National League, but lower league, I wonder if their attendances are affected when it's Champions League night.
It's a good question.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Champions League, and even Thursday, sorry, as well, European.
Yeah.
I wonder if European football affects that. So then, if you imagine you have that, and then the 3 o'clock blackout.
I think more so if you're in an area where the big side in that area is competing in that competition.
Well, not even so much in that area, but if you've got,
like, would you go and watch Tamworth if Man United were playing Real Madrid?
Yes, do you know what I mean? So if you then talk about the European football of the week, and then you lift the 3 p.m. blackout as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Back to the phone lines in a moment. Sam Allard really is trying to spoil this afternoon show. He's got more updates for us. Sam?
Blame Ollie Robinson and Josh Tongue. Ollie Robinson gets the 5-wicket haul, and with the very next delivery, Josh Tongue gets the 5-wicket haul. They both walk off together, sharing 10 wickets. Tongue bowling Mohammad Abbas, and Pakistan bowled out for 171. So Joe Root's second stint as captain is off to a nice start with the ball after winning the toss. England picking up 7 wickets in 12 overs. Their tourist collapsing from 117 for 3 to 171 all out.
Thank you, Sam. Let's go back to the phone lines. Kenny is an Arsenal fan. Kenny?
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. Very well. How are you today?
Oh, not too bad at all. It was just a quick one about the Monday night games. As an Arsenal fan, I had tickets to the Arsenal-Burnley for the last game of the season. And rather than spend it with my mates on a Sunday, like it was originally scheduled for, we had to go on after work, 8 o'clock. No one could really have a few drinks. No one could really have a laugh with their mates. And we ended up having a good night, but it was nowhere near as good as what it would have been on the Sunday. If games were played at 3 o'clock on Saturday and you could put the high-profile TV games on then you wouldn't have to have people coming after work,
Ken,
attendances.
I don't think the high-profile games will be moved. I think they'll stay where they are. They'll still sell the big...
So they move them...
Go on.
Sorry, they move them to get them on TV.
Yeah, but they won't move them to 3 o'clock.
They won't move to 3 o'clock. They'll still be 4 o'clock and 12:30 or whatever they are, 8 o'clock on a Monday night. They'll still sell to the broadcaster those big games. Super Sunday will still exist. But what it will do on a Saturday, when Man United play Hull at 12:30 and then the other games take place at 3 o'clock, you'll then be able to watch those other games.
Yeah, we put lesser teams on, like Man United on 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Very good, yeah. What I'm saying is, your Arsenal game that you want to watch down the pub on a Sunday, that will still be on a Monday night.
Well, if there's more slots, then surely they'll put more games on.
No, same amount of games.
And they can spread it out a bit more.
No, it's just purely for the 3 p.m. No, it's just purely for the 3 p.m. blackout.
Or maybe they could have put something in place where Arsenal have to play on Saturday at 3 p.m. so many times on TV, and so many times on Sunday, so many times on Monday, and every team has to kind of fill those spots.
Well, that's a completely different argument. We are purely discussing the fact that when big broadcasters like TNT, is it called TNT?
Mm-hmm.
TNT, Sky, when they've got their blockbuster games on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday lunchtime or a Monday night, whenever it is, those will continue. It just gives the football fan the option to see their side play outside of those games at 3 p.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, that's fair enough. I just thought that if there's more spots, and
no, nothing to do with
games, that. Oh, fair enough.
Okay, but would it make you watch more football at 3 o'clock?
Yeah,
it would. So you'd like it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you know what? There's an NFL model that might quite work, but I don't quite understand it. But it's saying
here we go. This will be fun, everyone.
No, it says
here we go. I'll sit back for this.
No, I'm going to read it out. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So
the NFL. Yeah, they put about if the games haven't sold out in a certain percentage of tickets. So if we sell 90% of our tickets, they go Either way, I think.
Brilliant. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. I mean, that's really, really good explanation there. Jackie, you clip that one. Honestly, it was like Michael Parkinson was in the studio for a minute there.
We should do something similar to the NFL. If the game is sold out, it's shown on TV. Isn't sold out, it's shown on TV. If they're, you should read this.
Brilliant. He's done it again.
Not there.
Keep going. This is great.
Read the message.
No, you read it. Do you want another go?
If not,
here we go.
There's a local blackout. For example, if there are still tickets to see Villa, then the game wouldn't be shown in Birmingham. But if you could see it if you lived in London.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So basically, if the game's not sold out, Villa's not sold out, then in Birmingham, you can't watch it. They're encouraging fans to go to the stadium.
Right, okay.
Whereas if you live outside a 20-mile radius, then everyone can watch it. But if you're 20 miles in within that stadium, they encourage you to go to the stadium. Got it. Thanks, Jack.
No idea what you're talking about. He's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Ian.
How's it going, lads? All right?
Yeah, you understand what Bentley's talking about or not?
A bit confused, but that's usually when I'm listening to Bentley talking.
Is it Carl Frampton?
It does sound a bit like Carl. Go on, Ian, what do you want to say?
I suppose you sort of touched on it a bit earlier. The fact is, for the last few years, in reality, 3 o'clock games have been available to view. You know, maybe not to the most legal methods, but they have been available to view for fans if you really wanted to do that. So I think a blackout isn't really going to affect the match-going fans. You're still going to go and you're going to watch your team. You know, I live in Northern Ireland, and you know, Irish League, the crowds wouldn't be huge, but they're still loyal and they're still consistent, even though we have all these different methods of watching Premier League football. And like over here, literally everybody who supports football will have an English team that they support. So listen, and again, even maybe people who wouldn't go to watch a local team over here, you know, there's droves and droves of people going over to watch United, to watch Liverpool from Northern Ireland week after week. So it then gives them lads an opportunity to actually watch Liverpool more often, maybe on a Saturday. Instead of spending hundreds and hundreds of pounds getting yourself over to Anfield or getting yourself over to Old Trafford. So I don't honestly think it's going to have a massive impact because people can watch 3 o'clock games anyway.
Legally, though, legally.
If you're getting people the option in to do it like where it's not illegal, and you can just sit in the front room and watch, then I think lower league clubs will really struggle. They really do.
Well, I don't know. I think from my own perspective, if my team's playing, I'm going to watch them. Whether Liverpool's playing on TV,
but only legally, right?
The rain's on. Absolutely legally. No, I know an older boy who has a box that
Grass him up. Grass him up. It's illegal. Phone up the police when we get off the phone to you, all right?
Yeah. Listen, that's So I don't think it's going to have a massive impact anyway.
Okay, good call. Thank you for that. So to come, we'll be joined when we come. I think when we come back. Yes, is it when we come back? Yes, it is. We'll be joined by Bentley's first chairman, David Sheepshanks. I'm looking forward to speaking to him. That'd be great. First, it's time for a bit of no googling. 5:30 always means no googling. 9 players share the record for the most assists in a single Premier League game, with 4. Right, 4 players.
Oh, I like that.
Who? Oh, they've got the text on the screen, have they? Who was the first player to do it? Who was the first player to get 4 assists in a Premier League game? That's simple. We made that very complicated, but it's very simple. The answer to that and lots more, it's effectively half-time here at Drive Time.
Cricket, what? But I know Chelsea had a deadline for Fernandes, but it looks like Rodri's obviously on his way to Spain, Barcelona. I think he's going over there today. Would they go back in? It seems common sense, and particularly after watching that yesterday, would they go back to Chelsea, do you think, City?
I think it's almost nailed on that they're going to chance their arm there. Rodri deal was agreed overnight, £65 million, which is always the magic number. As far as Manchester City are concerned, he's agreed a 4-year deal. They're going to sell Tijjani Reinders as well. Those transfer fees combined will be enough to match Chelsea's £120 million asking price for Enzo Fernandez. Now, obviously, sources telling us on Friday that the 5 o'clock deadline had passed. No written bids have been received. Therefore, Enzo Fernandez would stay a Chelsea player. I'm not convinced that was as hard a deadline as maybe it's being made out.
What about Jamie Vardy, Crookie? Well, reading reports that he's had an offer from Brazil.
Well, that doesn't surprise me because Jamie Vardy still looks in top physical condition. Obviously did pretty well in his stint over in Italy. I think he'd prefer a return to English football, if I'm honest, but I wouldn't totally rule out a move to Brazil. Who knows, that might be the next chapter of the documentary that I've just started watching about his incredible career. But he's certainly got no shortage of interest. Sheffield Wednesday, his boyhood club, have chanced their arm, but I think financially that's quite a difficult deal for the Owls to do.
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Driver talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside me. Before the break, I asked the question: 9 players share the record for the most assists in a single Premier League game before. Who was the first player to do it? You love him.
Thierry.
No, his mate.
His mate?
Yeah. Name another unbelievably great Arsenal forward.
Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp. Arsenal beat Leicester 5-0. Was that the game where he did that goal? That ridiculous goal?
No, because that was was it Filbert Street?
Yeah, it was Filbert Street, yeah. In 1999. Still to come, we'll have some fun with the best of talkSPORT. But now, we are delighted, that's an understatement, to be joined by a former Ipswich chairman, the brains behind St George's Park, and more importantly, the man who sold our very own Darren Bent. Let's say hello and good afternoon to the wonderful David Sheepshanks. David, good afternoon to you.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Darren.
Thanks so much for coming on. Is this a bit weird for, I don't know who it's more weird for, Benty or you, David?
You have to ask Benty.
I wouldn't say I find it weird at all.
No.
I don't think I saw David not that long ago. I believe. I can't remember when it was, but I don't think it was that long.
Were you there when we got promoted or one of the games just before we got promoted? I think I saw you at Portman Road.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Hall of Fame? Was he there for the Hall of Fame?
I can't remember. Maybe not.
No, because I was ill. I've had this, stupid Anyway, I've got the big C, but I'm going to get over it. So
I was going to ask you that towards the end, but now you've mentioned it, I'll ask you now. How are you?
I'm good. I'm on, if I can make a shout out for the Royal Marsden, it's the most fantastic hospital, amazing staff and nurses and doctors. And I'm on my 4th cycle of chemo. And I was terrified, just like everybody is, probably who goes on chemotherapy, because it has such a stigma. But look, here I am. I'm kind of, live and talking and laughing, and I'm really feeling strong and determined to beat it.
Good. Well, you look great. Thank you for talking about that. You look great as well, and we send you all our love and best wishes.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your book. You've got a new book that's come out. I must say, you look incredibly handsome on the front of it.
There you go.
Is it Photoshop, the picture of you?
It was done by Darren will know, Warren Page, who's a fantastic photographer in Ipswich, who's worked for us at the club for many, many years, and he came and got a mug shot of me that looked half okay.
You look great in it. Let me ask, it's not an autobiography, is that right?
Sorry, what do you... No, well, it's sort of memoirs.
Yeah.
Only because I decided, lots of people said, when are you going to write a book? And I thought, okay, well, I will write one. But I'm not writing it it's a bit of an indulgence, really. I didn't write it for money or anything like that. And I certainly didn't write it to be a kiss and tell or, slam any of the slightly contrary people that I might have met in my life. And some of them are dead, some of them aren't. And but I've met a hell of a lot of wonderful people all the way along. And I've done nearly 40 years in the game. And next spring, it'll be 40 years since I was first made a director of Ipswich. And, this game is wonderful. We wouldn't swap it for the world, would we? And just to have had the privilege of working for 40 years and meeting guys like Darren and, all the wonderful people who've played and worked for our club, England, St George's Park, the Football League, the FA. I'm pretty much I think people sort of think of me as an FA person these days, but I'm sort of mostly retired, but I can never retire really because I've got a rocket up my arse. Well, I've probably got cancer up my arse, but I've got a rocket up my arse, so I can never stop working.
I've always wondered, when you're going to write a book, now you said it there, David, you've been in football for such a long time now. I'm guessing when you're writing the book, there are always people you're going to forget about and think, oh no, I've got to go back and put them in the book somewhere.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to make sure you remembered everyone that you wanted to put into the book?
Well, hopefully I made a coverall, Darren, for that very point, because I said in the beginning and at the end where I sort of thank everybody, sorry if I've missed anybody, because I definitely have. And now it's come out and I'm sort of planning various launch events. I'm sort of but you can't, I've got a hell of a lot of names in there. And I'm sure you're in there somewhere, Darren.
Well, it's funny you say that, actually, because Darren Bent is mentioned a couple of times. I've got one here. I'll read it out. It says, or you say, I had a difficult meeting with Joe about players and what we could afford. So Darren Bent duly went to Charlton for £3 million, bracket. Oh, not again. Now, Benty thought he was sold for 2.5, but it's actually gone up now to 3. Is that right? It was 3.
Well, it must have been 3 because I had all the figures checked.
I mean, you getting value there? Do you think you could have got maybe a bit more for him?
No, we didn't get value because we could have got more. Darren said there was a wonderful career. I was reminding myself today, not to embarrass you, Darren, but we've got 486 games and 179 goals, I think, and that's excluding 13 games for England. I mean, what a career you had. But I'm pleased to say, you're an Ipswich boy. You're one of our own. And you played twice as many games for us as you did for anybody else and scored twice as many goals. So I'm always going to think of you as, you're Ipswich through and through in my world.
Yeah.
And I think all tractor boys' worlds, really, we love you.
That's lovely, that is.
Yeah, I mean,
you've got to walk quiet.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, listen, obviously you know as well as I do as how much the club obviously still means to me. I'm still heavily involved down there, still going there as much as I can and work for the club and stuff. But to see the club, and I'm guessing you're the same, to see them back in the Premier League. I know it wasn't that long ago with what Kieran did, but we had a long stint out of the Premier League. But to see them back at the first time of asking, that's fantastic for the club.
It's fabulous. And, I'm glad you mentioned Kieran because he deserves so much credit for what he achieved. But I think, what Mark Ashton and the board have done now in the way that they have revitalised the club through the financial investment from the States and from various syndicates who've come together to back him and back his plan, I think is extraordinary. And yes, when we got promoted 2 years ago, it was too much, too quick. That's no criticism of anybody. It was very quick. Two promotions running, and we weren't really ready for it probably. And everybody accepts that, maybe with great respect to the lovely guys who we did have playing for us, that we didn't have quite the physicality or the Premier League know-how, and we lost a lot of games. I mean, really maddening games, and against Palace and Bournemouth, I remember, single goal defeats just through the physicality and the know-how that they had. And I think the way we've recruited now, I mean, not only does the Premier League, when you get promoted, give you a lot of money, and that happened for us, relatively speaking, in my day, but what we never had, ever, and the club was always underfinanced, despite our best efforts, we never had this sort of the capitalisation of the club that it has now. And so the money, having that money behind them to invest the way they have, what is it, 150 million this season? And you can look at, people who still say we're favourites to go down. I mean, I'm sure we will be, but we'll enjoy proving them wrong.
David, let me ask you, it's interesting you're talking about that. There's a piece in the Times, obviously you're aware of it, that you've written, and it's you.
No, I didn't write it. Somebody wrote it about me.
Of course, yeah, but it's alluding to the fact that you wish you would have had the money back then that Ipswich and other clubs in the Premier League have got nowadays. Do you think it is maybe a bit of a poison chalice? The amount of money that is involved in football now compared to when you're at the helm is completely different. Is it something that you would like to have had back then, the finances they've got nowadays?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Andy. I mean, it's unrecognisable today, and they led on a story. I said like a golf club, and it wasn't. It was slightly out of context, but nevertheless, the club when I first got involved in the 80s was, I mean, it was a professional club, but it was a lot of it was very amateurish, to be honest, and we had no business sophistication or whatever, and so when I came in, my predecessor John Kerr, but then me, we had to really work hard to professionalise the club and change it and get it ready for the Premier League that we then got into. Then we came down and we had a terrible 9-0 defeat at Man United. And I always have to remind people, I was there in 1980 when we beat them 6-0 and missed 2 penalties. But nevertheless, the game changed. The formation of the Premier League, people said, the Premier League, at the time, they said, the Premier League will just be the old First Division under a new name. Well, how wrong could they be? I mean, look at it now. And brilliant people like Richard Scudamore and many others have played their part in transforming it and creating this. I mean, it's probably the richest competition in the world, maybe outside of maybe US baseball and American football. But, it's an enormous Leviathan, really, that we all want to be part of. In my day, you joked about selling Darren Bent. Darren's having to sell you too cheap, and it was a nightmare. We didn't have any money. We got relegated, and we were in the financial poo, and we had to sell half our team to Charlton, which really stuck in my craw. Seeing as it was, nip and tuck. And when we got relegated, I remember Richard Murray, the chairman of Charlton, who was a good friend of mine, ringing me up and saying, "David, I'm so sorry, bad luck. If it had been us instead of you, we'd be in the same mess that you are." And after, it didn't help us really, because afterwards they changed the rules on the parachute and all that. But the point I really was making is that many clubs were living, on the Premier League fat, if you like, the money that came, but most clubs didn't have the capital behind them. And so when you got relegated, like Derby and Leicester did that year when we were, all of us were in a mess, because of the ITV Digital going bust and God knows what. And so the world today is utterly unrecognisable, and it is hard not to be envious, really, because when we got promoted, we did have a fantastic season. Darren will remember, he was just you were a young player coming through, Darren, then, and we finished 5th in the Premier League the first year and qualified for Europe. And I was listening to you earlier, actually, talking to the new manager of Bournemouth and reflecting on it a bit, because what happened to us is actually getting into Europe was too much, and we couldn't. I think we'd have been fine had we not been in Europe, but we were in Europe and it distracted us, and we ended up buying more players, and I mean the the whole thing was a massive distraction. So I mean, it'll be interesting. I hope Bournemouth. I don't want to wish them anything but good luck, but it'll be very exciting for them being in Europe. But it'll be a big test for them, and as it was for us.
Yeah.
And I mean, we then we got relegated, and we didn't have the money that Ipswich have now. So it's very hard not to be envious and look back and think, because at the time we were all thinking, well, why couldn't we challenge in the same way that Brighton and Bournemouth and Brentford and Palace and many other clubs have done fantastically in recent years, and we could have done the same, but we didn't have, despite our best efforts everywhere to find the money. There just wasn't this interest from America to invest at the time, and there were one or two clubs. The Thais invested in Man City, if you remember, and but I mean, there wasn't a lot of foreign money in English football at the time.
David, I hope you don't mind me cutting into you, but there's so much I want to talk to you about. I've only got a couple of minutes left with you. I haven't finished your book yet. I should say, by the way, a few people have texted asking what it's called. It is called David Sheepshanks, Man on a Mission. Your list of achievements is incredible throughout it. One of them I have to talk to you about is the fact that you spearheaded the project to build St George's Park. It started in, I think, 2008, opened 4 years later. In your mind, firstly, how did that come about? And also, from what you've seen so far, is it living up to expectation? Is it doing the job that you built it for?
I think it's doing half of the job very well, and the second half is work in progress. So we built it primarily for two reasons. One was to create a home for winning England teams and creating in England, it's unthinkable. France had Clairefontaine, Italy had Coverciano, Holland had Zeist, Spain, I can't remember the name of the centre, Germany had the Sports University at the time in Cologne, and we had nothing. And Stuart Pearce, I remember famously saying to me, "But David, I've got to take the first team are going to play training at Arsenal, and the seniors and the under-21s. I've got to take them up to train in the northeast." And nowadays you think of the togetherness that is created in a training ground, and Ipswich have just opened their new 30 million centre this week. And but the idea is that managers and coaches can bring the best, most promising looking under 19 or under 18 player, come over and play with the first team today. Or the coaches are sitting around together of the different age groups and chatting, and even with the women's team and the men's team. And we're all learning from each other and sharing, this sort of think tank, and because that's what's so vital, and you build the camaraderie and the togetherness, and just like every club does, England didn't have it. So St George's Park, I mean, we had to turn it to our advantage because it had been mothballed because England had run out of money up when we were building Wembley, and then they appointed me in 07, 08. There's the whole story's in the book because it's quite interesting, but I know we haven't got time for that. But there were two reasons we built it. One was winning England teams, and I would say, yes, we haven't won the World Cup for men, but brilliant Serena Wiegman's won 2 Euros. Gareth got us to 2 finals. Thomas has taken us to a final. Lee Carsley's won 2 under-21 Euros. And there are many other junior, lower age groups who've won trophies. So I would say that the winning England teams is happening.
Yeah.
We haven't won the World Cup, but we will. I mean, I'm convinced.
Coming home.
I got it wrong now. Greg Dyke said 2022. I said 2026. So now I'm wrong as well. But I do believe if you adopt a Kaizen lifelong learning, continuous, learning thing, that getting better every day, I really believe that it will happen. It has to happen eventually.
I hope you're right. David, thank you.
The second bit is coach education, and I would say that's work in progress.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish you could come into the studio and we can have an hour with you. Sadly, I have to say goodbye. But David, firstly, thank you for coming on. I can't wait to finish the book. It's called, as I mentioned, it's David Sheepshanks, Man on a Mission. Thank you for coming on. We wish you all the very best with your treatment. And we send you lots of love and good vibes. And we really appreciate your time here at talkSPORT.
Thank you, David, for coming on.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Darren. It's been a joy. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Our pleasure.
Lovely to talk to
See you soon. How about that? Go get it. It's one of those books. I know there's lots of books out there in the footballing world. It's one you should all go read. It is quite exceptional. David Sheepshanks, man on a mission. More from me and Benty right after this.
Danny, when you look at it, United in that fairly congested midfield area, say Baliba comes through the door, Tielemans is there, Santos, Mainu, Bruno Fernandes. Well, it's going to be a mighty old force in midfield, is it not?
It looks a very strong group of players, all giving little different parts of what you want. A far cry, really, from what we've seen over the last couple of years. United struggling in midfield areas. And I think we're talking about one of the biggest clubs in the world. They'll be looking to try and compete for the Premier League and the Champions League in the next couple of years. Of course they will. That's the aim of a club like Manchester United. So you need at least 5, when you think about it, in the middle of the park, who are going to be pushing each other, especially if they play a 3. You know, Bruno's probably the one standout, you say, in all the big games he's going to play.
Yeah.
He's got great durability anyway, and he's the match, the game changer, the match winner, the creative force, the goals. I would imagine for me, out of the others, Santos, Baliba, both young lads, both got more to come. Tielemans is more rounded, more ready to take that on. I think Tielemans.
Where's it leave Menu? A lot of people asking me to ask you that.
Well,
and what's your ideal starting 3?
I think that would depend a lot on where they're at when they come in and how they adapt to the pressure and expectation of being at Man United, because that's never easy. I think initially he might go Tielemans, Bruno and Mainu, because Mainu knows what the manager wants already. I think Baliba will become one of the main men.
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT, visit Victoria could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for 2 to watch the 150th anniversary test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Sharp and talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent is here in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks and great brands from Giacomo. Still to come, me and Bentley will be doing our Premier League predictions. Forgot about that. We're also moving the best of talkSPORT. Usually it's 5:45, but because we had such a great chat with David Sheepshanks talking about his book Man on a Mission, go get it. Because we had a long chat with him, we're going to move that till just after 6. Just quickly, Arsenal want to loan out Ethan Nwaneri this summer rather than sell him. Pogba's left Monaco. England, they're currently taking on Pakistan at Headingley. Sam Ellard, I don't know if he's had his tea, but he's watching for talkSPORT.
Tea has been consumed. Pakistan bowled out for 171. England in reply, 21 without loss. Duckett and Emilio Gay are at the crease. A huge slice of luck though for Ben Duckett. Umpire's call on an LBW appeal off Mohammed Abbas. The ball kissing the top of the bails. The ball jagging back into Duckett, who survives. Mohammed Abbas so good and dangerous with the new ball. Duckett's got 9, Gay's got 14. England 23 without loss and trailing by 148 runs.
Thanks, Sam.
Perfection, as always, from Sam. Thank you, Sam. Now, as we mentioned earlier, me and Bentley are bringing you a very, very special show tomorrow. It really is going to be one of those you do not want to miss. If you've got the option to watch it on your telly or your tablet, whatever it is, make sure you watch it on YouTube or however you do that. It's Drive's Premier League launch show. How about that? It's tomorrow at 4 o'clock, normal time. Me, Bentley, Gabby Agbonlor, Cundy, O'Hara as well. He's going to be there. We're going to kickstart the Premier League season live from our terrace. Now, we need your help. I mentioned this earlier on. We did have fans representing all 20 of the season's Premier League clubs. A few pulled out. If you fancy supporting and coming along, if you're a Premier League fan, specifically now, so we only need 2, and then we've got the whole 20. Good, Man United to turn up like that. Brighton and Hull.
Talking about Brighton, ain't that far.
Brighton and Hull. Well, if you fancy heading to London, or you're in London, give us a call. By the way, we don't pay for it. You have to make a lot of people going, "Oh, pay talkSPORT," but no. You got to pay your own fare. But if you want to come and watch our show live and meet the likes of Benty and O'Hara and Cundy and Gabby, you won't meet me. You'll get nowhere near me. But if you want to come down and have your picture taken with them, 03717 223344. If you support Brighton and Hull, just 2 spots remain. So dial now, 03717 223344. Beer and pizza. Apparently you're going to be fed. And you must wear your club colours. Last hour of drive time is coming up after this.
VAR, as we know, there have been so many mistakes, so many errors with VAR.
Who let him
let alone without VAR?
The fact of the matter is, getting back to your point, you can't so many more decisions right than wrong.
But you cannot have VAR for no matter what game it is within the same tournament. You can't have it for one game and not have it for others.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
EFL fans, okay. White and Jordan coming up, swamp them. Swamp them with text telling them that you do not want VAR in the EFL.
Okay? And should they want it in the Championship playoff final because they've got it?
You can't have it if you've not had it in the tournament before.
But they have it. They use it. They shouldn't use it in the Championship playoff final.
If it's used
the most lucrative game in football.
If it's used in...
If you two had your way, in that game with no VAR, a dodgy goal could send the wrong team up.
Correct, because that's
Jim,
life.
That's fine.
Jim, you know what?
I don't think it's good, but it's life.
So you two are happy to support a flawed system.
There is not one...
But it's a flawed system if you have VAR in it, but not have it for the rest of the tournament.
And there is not one football fan out there who cares that it's the most lucrative game in football. All they care about seeing their team win.
They do.
And get
they like the money that comes with it.
No, fans don't care.
This
fans
is
want to see their team promoted. That's all they care about. No fan goes to Wembley and thinks, "Oh my goodness, think of the money we can make out of this." Of course they don't.
All right.
People, football
There's
fans,
a winning goal, winning off his fist, but who cares?
Football fans, generally speaking, Jim, will more than accept honest mistakes.
Life after football. For a lot of players, it means going into punditry. Some turn to coaching or working in the game in other ways. But what about the rest? Some former footballers turn their sights away from the game, and there are a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
Welcome to hour number 3.
So what I say? 2 hours done and dusted. Last hour coming your way. Driver talkSPORT. It's Andy Goldstein Darren Bent is
Now
here.
we'll be fine, man. We've just got to hit it.
What?
Pardon?
You say?
Now we'll be fine, man. We've just got to hit it.
What are you talking about there? I don't want to know. You notice how producer Joe has bizarrely over the last sort of 45 minutes rolled his sleeves up on his t-shirt to reveal his guns.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? What music's that?
Jack's playing a bit of love music at the same time. I mean,
why have you done that? Who are you trying to impress in the office that's just turned up, Joe? Anyone? Oh, is it for Billy, is it? That's the worst phrase ever, Jack.
Jack, stop working.
Jack, I mean, what? How can you not fade music? Go on, do it again. Listen how bad that was. Go on. Such a bad face.
That's better, Jack. You don't have to play both of them.
Look at Jack's little face. I've missed Jack.
Have you?
I missed Jack. You been married a year yet, Jack? Is it over a year? Next Monday, right?
It was brilliant for Jack, though, when Jack written the line for me. Jack,
turn the music off because it's sexy.
You could find 21 minutes to go nowhere because it was cancelled.
It weren't cancelled.
Jack, that line that Jack wrote for me.
It weren't cancelled.
It was.
It wasn't.
Jack. Find it nowhere because it was cancelled.
It weren't cancelled. Cancel you in a minute. Still to come, we'll be joined by British middleweight champ George Liddard will be on our show. Get this, everyone. There's just 2 days. 2 days till the Premier League returns live across the talkSPORT network.
Wake up, it's a beautiful morning.
Good morning. It's been a summer of football across the talkSPORT network, hasn't it? Full of highs, full of lows.
Arsenal, for the first time in 22 years, are champions of the Premier League.
Manchester City are changing manager in the summer.
A huge honour to represent this club. I love you so much.
Tottenham Hotspur are safe.
Sunderland fans, get your passports out. It is a night of Villa glory.
England beaten in a World Cup semi-final again.
And now we're ready to do it all over again.
So come on.
Radoni is there again.
Ipswich Town have done it again. Promotion back to the Premier League.
Comes to the goalkeeper in it.
Haaland, 1-1.
Terrific goal. Bruno Fernandes
equalises, headed in by Havertz. It's time to shine. Are you ready for it?
Good tune as well. The wait is almost over. The Premier League returns to talkSPORT this Friday. 2 huge games to kick off the new season. Friday night, 8 p.m. It's Arsenal against Coventry. Go on, Frankie.
Premier League champions.
Live on talkSPORT. Then on Saturday lunchtime, yeah, you're right, Premier League champions, Manchester United. They're away at Hull. Go on, United, live at 12:30. So ahead of it all getting underway, we thought it was a good idea for me and Benty to give our predictions for the season ahead. Now, before I do that, I've mentioned a few times that tomorrow our show is a big show. It's the launch of the Premier League for us, 4 p.m, in front of you, 20 football fans, one from each team of the Premier League. We've got 19. The only fan we don't have is a Hull fan, Hull City. Producer Joe reckons a Hull City fan has never phoned talkSPORT ever. I think that might be a slight exaggeration. But if you are a Hull fan, you have a Hull shirt, and you want to be at talkSPORT tomorrow and come meet people like Darren Bent and Jamie.
And you.
Actually, no one wants to meet Jamie. They won't meet me. They can't get near me. I'll be in the VIP bit.
No, you won't because I'll push you out.
You can wave at me.
No, I'm telling you now, if you come tomorrow, you can meet Goldstein, because I will make sure and push him into the middle of the crowd so you can all touch his hair and touch him on his shoulders.
Why do they want to touch me? Why would people want to touch me? It's weird.
No, because you know how much I love your hair. If anything, you can put a little strand out. So you keep a bit for yourself.
There is going to be a little Goldstein's golden paste area after we can buy it. I'll be selling it. Yeah, give it away. Anyway, if you're a Hull fan and you want to come see the show live, 03717223344. Dial now to avoid disappointment.
Sorry, it's just popped up on my phone, right?
Yeah, go on. I need my phone to look at the league table. Yeah.
That Spurs are working on a deal. Yeah.
Sorry, do you want to change it to talkSPORT understands?
Okay. talkSPORT understands.
Benty understands. Yeah.
That Spurs are working on a deal to sign Savino and Marmouche.
That's old news, man. That was like
not both of them.
That was 2 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't, mate. Not both of them. It wasn't.
You don't think so?
No. Yeah, Savino was, but not Marmouche as well.
Okay.
I mean, Spurs ain't mucking around, are they? Let's be honest.
Well, maybe they're in our predictions. I'm struggling with one. So our predictions ahead of the season are title winners, top 5, bottom 3, top goal scorer, most assists, best summer signing, first manager to get sacked. All right? So should we do our top 5?
Yeah.
Struggling to get me third, bottom 3.
Well, I've got. I know.
Well, you have to wait and see. So go on, give me your top 5. 5 to 1.
So fifth?
Yeah.
I've got Manchester United.
Right.
Fourth?
Well, elaborate around it at least.
Yeah, I just think. I mean, it depends on who else comes in, but I look at the squad you've got already, and then you've added. It looks like you're going to get Belieber in. You've got Yuri Tillemans. You've got Santos as well. Rashford coming back might be a new man on a mission. Yeah, I just think that Man United will be there or thereabouts in the Champions League, so I think fifth.
Okay.
Fourth, Manchester City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've gone fourth because I don't think they'll be as bad as they were against Arsenal. I just think that was an anomaly in wrong place, wrong time, all those factors. I mean, I read something the other day. Who else are they trying to bring in? Someone of massive...
City?
Yeah.
Adam Wharton.
Wharton, another one, yeah. But I just think, yeah, there's going to be a bit of hangover with no Pep there. No Rodri there either. Bernardo Silva, John Stones, big characters leaving. So I've got City at 4. I've got Chelsea at 3.
You put Chelsea in there, have you?
Yeah, I've got Chelsea at 3. I just think 1 game a week, good manager, good players, huge squad, loads to choose from. I've got them at 3. I've got Liverpool at 2. I just think they're going to be better. I like Andoni Iraola. I still think even though Salah's gone, and you look at the squad that they've got and who they're going to bring in. I mean, they're talking about Barcola potentially coming now as well. I think they're going to be there or thereabouts. So, and then Arsenal at 1, obviously, because I think Arsenal is still the most settled side and the best side.
Okay. My top 5, I've got Spurs 5th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I still think
I had Spurs at 6th.
I still think Tottenham need a goal scorer.
Yeah. Well, if they get those two.
If they get those two, then.
And Gakpo.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get all 3, are they?
Why would they not?
I mean, it's very rare that a club signs so many players, good players, in a window.
Well, it's not really.
Oh, it is.
Well, it's not.
Go on, okay, name another side that's done that.
Okay,
like 5 or 6 big
Sunderland
names.
last year.
Yeah, but they weren't that level, were they? The players that Spurs have brought
Okay,
in.
but they're buying players that the clubs want to let go. They're not going in and buying team's best players.
Well, I don't think West Ham wanted to get rid of Kudus, did they?
Kudus?
Not Kudus. Fernandes.
Because they got relegated, so it wasn't hard to get them.
Yeah, they kept on.
But okay, no, but listen, I'm not going to...
You argue with me.
I'm going to say fair enough.
4th, I've gone Liverpool.
Okay, yeah, right.
All right.
It's just be funny, isn't it?
No, it won't be. 3rd, I've gone for Manchester United. I'm being honest. I think Manchester...
You think Man United are going to finish above Liverpool?
Yeah, 100%.
Why 100%?
Why you got a problem with that?
No, but why 100%?
For the reasons you said.
Yeah, but I didn't have Man United, but I had them 5th.
I just think we will. I think two problems we've got this season. One is we've got European football. I think it's a lot of games for Carrick, and two, our defence.
But you still got him third.
But I think attacking, we look great. Middle of the park, we look great. We need maybe another centre.
Honestly, you're so biased.
Third, Man United.
Over Liverpool, yeah.
Over Liverpool, yeah. I think United will finish above Liverpool.
Okay.
Stop looking.
Okay, sir.
Second, I've got Man City.
Okay, yeah.
I think Man City won't win the Premier League. Pep missing.
Who's us?
Top, I've gone Chelsea.
Yeah, you got Arsenal.
I've got Arsenal, yeah.
Wait, no Chelsea in
I've got
there?
no Chelsea in there, yeah.
Why?
I just think even a new manager coming in, I just think that club's in a bit of a mess at the
I
moment.
don't know if it is now.
Well, I'll tell you why. I don't think their centre halves are good enough. There's certainly goalkeepers. They're question marks.
Nasty. I don't think the goalkeepers. I don't think he'll be a factor as they don't win it or win something.
Well, titles are not. I'm not suggesting they're going to win a title, but titles are won on defences.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think this is any good.
Yeah. Well, who have they signed a centre half? Haven't they? There's 3 of them. But their recruitment. I like Welbeck signing. I like the Jordan Henderson signing.
See, again, I don't think they're good enough.
What? That's what it says.
Honestly, I think this has gone under the radar a bit.
You don't
the
think...
Welbeck and Henderson signings are insane. They are insane.
Okay, they bought Lacroix from Palace as well.
All right.
Morgan Rogers.
Morgan. I mean, they paid a lot, over 100 million for him.
Yeah. See,
I don't think this is. I mean, okay. Do you think Enzo will be there?
As it stands today, he's still there.
I know, but do you think he'll be there? They'll be a lot weaker without him. I know Chelsea fans can't stand him. Right?
I think he might stay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're telling me
Palmer needs to step up, by the way. He needs a proper season.
So you're telling me what I've just said there.
Right, so
Man United are going to finish above this.
I think Spurs finish above Chelsea.
Oh no, I've got Chelsea at 3.
Actually, can I change it?
Mm.
Yeah, I'll put Chelsea as 5th. I don't think Spurs will finish above. I'll put Spurs 6. All right? Spurs,
So I've got Spurs at
Chelsea,
6th.
Liverpool, Man United, City, and Arsenal. We both think Arsenal will win the Prem.
I think so. Yeah. I think at the minute they're the most settled and they're the best team.
Okay. Bottom 3. I'm struggling with this.
Badly. Right. And when I say badly, I've got people coming at me.
Struggling with this.
Well, I'm telling you now, Ipswich ain't in there for me. So my bottom of the table is Hull, Fulham, and this is where I've got the problem.
Yeah, I've got a problem.
And before,
but you're biased. This is why you got a problem.
Right, a little bit. But before Fulham fans go, see, he hates it. That's not. This is what I genuinely think.
Oh yeah, because you just play for Fulham, yeah.
Or occasionally.
Yeah.
Some people have said Palace. I don't want to say Palace.
Palace won't be in it.
Well, give me 3 then.
Well, I'm struggling with 3, but you should put Ipswich in there.
No, I shouldn't because I don't think they will.
They will. They are going down. Okay, well, why don't I have a bet with you now? I'll say Ipswich should go down.
I said they don't.
Okay, well, that'll be our bet for the season.
£100 charity.
No, £500 for trainers.
Okay.
Forget charity.
All right. I'm saying Ipswich don't go down.
I'm saying Ipswich go down.
All right.
£500.
Yep. All
right. Done.
There you go.
They're down, man.
No,
they are.
You seen the recruitment?
Have you seen the Premier League?
I've
seen the recruitment. Go on, who have they got?
Maeda from Celtic. Very, very. I mean, he's the first. He was just the first one that was in my head, right? These are.
Why are you laughing?
No, because he was just the first one I thought.
They're down. Ipswich
no,
down.
right. Enciso, good player, really good player. Technically, was very.
And
good.
he's going to keep him up, is he?
Right, no, but I ain't finished yet. Right, Lukic from Fulham, decent. Florentino, Burnley, decent. Maeda, Diop,
more than decent.
Fatawu, good player.
Bentley, you know they're down.
No, they're not.
So you think Ipswich got more of a chance of staying up than Fulham?
Emerson, Brazilian.
You think they've got more chance of staying up than Fulham?
Yeah, because Fulham have lost players. We bought one of Fulham's players, and they've lost their manager. Sorry.
You're spitting over me for.
And they lost their manager.
Oh, okay. Well, we've had the bet for that reason.
Right.
So who do you think? Who are the 3?
Oh, I can only get 2. No, I can't. I don't think Coventry will go.
I don't know the third one.
And also, I've got an invested.
I don't think Coventry will go.
I've got an invested interest in Coventry, so I'm not about to.
Right, I've got Ipswich. I've got Hull. We both think Hull, right?
Yeah.
I know Ipswich are down.
They're not.
Ipswich are down.
Well, I don't think they are.
Okay. I don't know the third one. It won't be Spurs. It won't be Sunderland. It won't be Forest. It won't be Newcastle. Oh, Newcastle. It won't be Newcastle.
No,
it can't be Newcastle.
No, but even with the players they've lost, they're not going. They're not going down.
Won't be United. Won't be City. Won't be Liverpool. Won't be Leeds.
They just signed Trafford as well.
Yeah, it won't be them. Ipswich I mentioned. Hull I mentioned. Fulham's the only one. Won't be Everton. Won't be Palace. Won't be Coventry.
No,
I don't think Coventry will go down.
Palace are an interesting one because I don't think they will. But if they will lose Wharton,
and they lost a captain,
obviously they lost a manager.
Yeah.
Lost Lacroix. You are starting to think, right? I understand. Put Palace.
I ain't put Palace in there. Okay, well you got to put a third, and I've got to put a third.
Right, think about it. I have put Coventry in there. No way.
Why?
Why Why do you think?
Okay. Well, you got to name a third before we can move on.
United.
No, come on.
I don't know a third.
Yeah, Benny.
Neither do you.
Benny, you have to pick a third. You have to.
Leeds.
Leeds. You want Leeds to go
No,
down?
I don't want Leeds to go. I'm saying Leeds.
Okay. I'm going to pick Ipswich, Hull. Coventry won't go down. I really don't know the answer to it.
No, I need your third down, please.
I'm going to go. I really don't know. I really don't know. Forest. Won't be Forest. Of course it won't be.
No, we're not from Glasgow in charge.
Fulham. I'll go Fulham.
So who's your bottom three?
Ipswich, Hull and Fulham.
Okay.
It's not bad, actually.
So you both think Fulham?
Yeah. And we both think Hull.
Yeah.
And the difference is I've gone Ipswich, you've gone Leeds.
Yeah.
Leeds, you think Leeds are going down? Wow. Should we do the rest after the break, Joe? Should we do that? Joe's saying yeah.
You know, a lot of people are saying about not putting Villa in the top 6, but you look at what potentially you're about to lose.
No, instead of who?
Well, you look at Villa, what they potentially could lose, right?
This is huge, by the way.
Martinez, goalkeeper, yeah? Watkins is obviously now in talks with the Saudi Arabian team. Morgan Rogers.
Tillemans has gone.
Konza might go. And there's one more biggie in there that we've not spoke about. Lucas Digne's gone. 6.
That's big.
And that's 6 starters.
That's big. And all the other teams are strengthened. They've lost players. All right, so we've done our top 5 and our bottom 3. We'll do our first manager to get sacked, best summer signing and most assists, and top goal scorer, Haaland. It's already done. When we come back, if you agree or disagree, you can phone up 03717 22 3344.
Mo's phoned us up, Liverpool fan. Right, Mo?
100% coward. Where you been?
Kenny! How are you, Mo? Where you been?
Where you
I've been here. Hey! I've been busy.
Oh, of course you have. Where you been? What you been up to?
It's like you, Jimmy G. Where have you been? You've not been here for a while, and neither has Candy. I mean, Candy's been trying to get his hair like growing, but it's looking quite smart, Candy.
Yeah, it's come back, mate. Back. The hair is back.
Right,
Everything's...
Are you going to be talking guff this season, Mo?
What are you doing this season, Mo?
Listen to that. Look, I've been listening to talkSPORT all day, and obviously been hearing the ex-pundits. I mean, what is this about Arsenal going to dominate? What is Martin Keown on? What is going on? They just beat a poor City side yesterday. It was only a friendly. I mean, what's going on? Arsenal not going to dominate. There's only one team who's going to dominate this league, and that is the boys. The best team on the planet, Candy and Jimmy J. The best team on the planet. You saw them playing yesterday. Wow. You know what, Candy? I can't wait to this league to start. I am telling you, we're going to win the quad, Candy. Quad, Candy.
There it is. There it is.
The quad.
The quad's back out.
Quad back.
Listen, well, come on. Look. Why you got music? Why are you putting laughter track on, right? Look, let's be honest here, right?
Mo, listen, let's talk about your mob, right?
You shut up, yeah?
Let's talk about your mob.
You shut up. Candy, you shut up. You can't talk. No.
Mo, what's going on at Liverpool? What's going on, mate? What's happening in your place?
Candy, look. Candy, we're the best team on the planet.
You're not, though, are you, mate?
How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. And thanks to talkSPORT, visit Victoria. You could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent in partnership with Giacomo Style and Brands for every man. Still to come, we're joined by British middleweight champion George Leonard. We have to quickly finish off our predictions before we do the best of talkSPORT.
Okay.
Top goal scorer, most assists, best summer signing, first manager to get sacked. Do you want me to rattle through or you rattle through?
So I'm going to go for
top goal scorer,
Haaland.
Yeah, I agree. Most assists,
Odegaard.
You've slagged him off so much over the
No,
years.
not slagged him off. I just said he hasn't been good enough.
Bruno.
Shock.
You're right. Okay, we've got track record. Best summer signing, and there's no answer to this other than the one I'm going to give. £35 million for Yuri Tillemans.
Oh
He's
my
an
God!
absolute. Are you joking me?
Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah.
Fine. You agree with me?
No,
Okay,
I don't agree with you.
35 million. What can you get for £35 million?
What's that? But still,
That's an unbelievable deal.
no
Name a better one. Value for money.
value for money. 35 million.
There ain't one.
Yeah, I might have him at 7 of the season. I might have him that.
What? Because he's a United player.
No, not at all.
It's so predictable.
Go
on.
So I don't know who signing would have seen him would be actually. I'm trying to think who's been.
You've done your homework for this bit then. Well done.
I tell you who's been decent. Who will be decent? Villa, Manzambi.
You going for him, are you?
Yeah, I like Manzambi.
First manager to get sacked. Do you want me to answer that? I'm going for Matas. I think it's Yazla, Newcastle.
Yazla.
January will be gone.
Jan Yazla.
Yeah, Newcastle manager, first one to be sacked.
I am going to go with the first manager to be sacked this season will be Arbeloa.
Really?
Yeah, Fulham.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think they're going down, don't you?
Yeah, they are. So
Time for the best of talkSPORT. Slightly later than advertised. Let's kick things off with last night's Sports Bar. Of course, the new Premier League season is just 2 days away. Cundy O'Hara giving their cheeses 11.
If you can make milk, you can make cheese.
If you can make milk, you can make cheese.
Humans.
I don't know if you want
I don't know whether you want that cheese, do you?
No.
Been in the fridge a while. Baby doesn't want it.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Turn it to cheese.
Let's move on from the human cheese.
his bar looks lovely, doesn't it?
I have to say, right, Cundy's, I think he's 58, 59. Not one grey hair.
No. You always said that you should have brought it down, shouldn't you?
Should have brought it down a bit. But it looks, well played.
I feel like it's come out of nowhere because he was. I think he ain't taking that.
Yeah, he went on holiday and he come back.
Yeah.
Looks great. I'm going to give him some Goldstein's golden paste. Looks mega, that, doesn't it? What do you make of the quality ideas on the Sports Bar? Cheese 11, a couple of days before the Premier League.
A bit bizarre, that, isn't it? Very bizarre. It's just them two. Great show, though.
What's the best cheese in the world?
I like. Is it Stilton? Is that green and white one? Yes, me that. Love that cheese.
Right. Mozzarella. Can't be mozzarella. That's unbelievable.
Nah, I don't know about that. You can't put mozzarella in a sandwich.
That's exactly what you do with mozzarella.
Nah, you want the cheddar for a sandwich.
No, it's too hard, mate. Mozzarella in a sandwich.
Too soft.
Mwah. Beautiful. Would you ever eat
No, I would not.
a cheese that comes from a human?
No, I mean, what cheese comes from a human? Who wrote this?
Well, it's Bill. Bill's still never seen a grown woman naked, have you, Bill? Bless you. Make sure you get calls in to Cundy and O'Hara. Sports Bar is back tonight at 10 o'clock.
I was talking about his coverage of the Ebor Festival. Here's Rupert Bell asking Lizzie Kelly all the important questions.
Which famous highwayman was hanged here in 1739?
I don't know any.
Oh, my goodness me. Dick Turpin.
He was a highwayman? I thought he was the man who walked to London with a cat in a bag.
No, that was somebody else, but Dick
That
Turpin.
was Dick Whittington.
That was Dick Whittington. Yeah, okay. That was Dick Whittington.
Said where you get your dicks mixed up, isn't it? Turpin Whittington.
If you were a highwayman, what would they call you?
Well, they were quite short back then, and I'm quite tall, so maybe the big dick of the highway.
Who's your favourite Dick?
Could it be a Richard?
Yeah, well, that's Dick, right?
Yeah, okay. Favourite Dick? What Dick do I love? It would be...
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me, I'm trying to... Richard... I'll go Dickie Ashcroft.
My favourite is Dick Tracy.
Do you...
Remember that programme?
Yeah, I remember the film with Madonna.
Yeah. If you could live as any real person from history, who would you pick?
Be
careful with this one.
Why? Why would I be careful with it?
I'm saying, go on.
Henry VIII.
Oh, pure wives and that. I get that.
Get rid of the wives.
A reminder.
What'd you say? Get the guillotine.
A reminder to tune in to Racing Live on talkSPORT 2 this Thursday, Friday from 1 p.m. for the Ebor Festival, plus a bonus preview show from 10 a.m. What do I really like?
I don't know if I'm missing this joke that's coming up. Staying with cats. We may have remembered during the World Cup that Danny Murphy told a story about losing his old bobcat, Bob, who was a cat, in a postman's van. He discussed it with Jim and Simon this morning.
Well, firstly, it's nice to be appreciated, isn't it, for the good analysis and all the hard work I've done on the teams, the formations, the players, the hours of effort you dedicate to your job. So I didn't think that'd be a topic that you'd be interested in, but no, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun. I think it's nice
I don't like cats.
Do you not? No, that doesn't surprise me. Why don't you like cats?
I've never liked cats.
Oh, good debate. I can't stand cats, by the way. What's the most important thing you've ever lost?
Back in my younger days, I lost when I was training. I used to do training earrings.
Earrings?
Yeah, and I lost
diamonds.
Diamond earrings. Lost it.
I think something I lost in Magaluf when I was 17.
What was that?
Hey.
A camera. A disposable camera. I was devastated by that. I can't read. My eyes are so bad.
Put your glass on. That's what.
No, I know. Oh, there you go. It's better. If we were to get Danny Murphy a new pet, what would it be? What would we call it?
I'd love to get Smurf a budgie.
Yeah, I like that. Didn't expect that.
And we'd call it.
About a cockatoo.
Yep, and we'd call it Mersey side.
Okay, yeah, it works.
Why do you keep banging your head off the mic?
That's for glasses now. I'm too close. Would you have made a decent postman?
Well, my dad was a postman. My dad Mervyn was a postman for years.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what's got to do with the question, but...
Was he like his son where he always delivered?
That is rubbish. But no, he was a very good postman. As
Yeah,
far
was
as
a
postman
postman?
goes. Yeah, he is.
And what happened to him in the end? Did he get sacked?
No. I retired it. I get it with the post. I get the sack part. I got the sack part.
You didn't get that.
I did, but it was just terrible.
For all your best bits of White and Jordan, check out Outspoken wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, you'll find all our shows on the talkSPORT app where you can swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2, all of our sister stations, so you never miss a moment. Boxing, when we come back, George Liddard will be our guest live on Drive right after this.
In the traditional thought process of who's going to challenge Arsenal, they're all in a form of transition. They're all in. Liverpool have got to rebuild.
So you telling me Arsenal will win it again?
Well, you would think that there's a distinct possibility, as Martin rightly says, nothing is easy, and neither should it be, and neither should we hope it is.
Sure.
Right? But Arsenal are in the box seat.
Yeah.
And I don't want the narrative to be seedy because he'll start crying about it. But the fact is that you don't want them to steal defeat from the jaws of victory because it is theirs to win.
Sure.
They're the defending champions. They're in good nick.
Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that kind of talk.
They're in good nick.
We'll get to some talk with
narrative
Arsenal
talk
fans
was
very
there.
shortly,
The narrative talk last
I want
season.
to put this to you.
Four games in last year, we're saying Arsenal had blown it. Yeah. Like, let's not get into all of that. It's theirs to blow. No. They can enjoy now. There's a new armory.
Who said that?
This is a tough. They are winners, Jim. You cannot dispute that this season.
Well, they are. But let me ask you this before we hit the 10:30 break. Arteta's next evolution are the narratives of boring Arsenal and set-piece FC now being wiped aside.
Well, I'm not sure they were there anyway. Because Arsenal, look, as I say, I didn't care if their winning goal came off
was a strong narrative
the backside of
last season.
Gabriel or not. 25 goals from set pieces. Look, whatever way they found to it, they'll be doing all of that again this year. It's every facet of their play. They'll try and pass the ball. Look how well they passed the ball yesterday when they went 2 or 3 goals up. The handbrake came off yesterday, and they got players in the final third.
Well,
that's the next step.
Do you envisage a style change this season?
Well, I think it's a dominance check, really. They were allowed to play football yesterday. This is what you're up against, isn't it? But no, I mean, the manager wants to go to the next step. That is to control games more.
Who would have thought a sporting event's halftime show could have a bigger impact than the game itself? That seems to be the case with the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2024, Usher brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centerpiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers, and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until '93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
What a tune this is. Driver. Who is it? Along the Watchtower?
I mean, it sounds like a guitar.
Oh, it's the guitarist, isn't it? I forgot his name. Not Lenny Kravitz. Jimi Hendrix, thank you. Driver talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. Follow us at 7. We just saw in the office. He's got her feet up doing absolutely nothing. I'm joking. She's working very, very hard. It's a big show for Olivia Bazaglo. She's going to be great tonight for the Transfer Insiders. Alongside her is the equally great Kwaku Afari, so make sure you stay listening to talkSPORT from 7. England, they're currently taking on Pakistan at Headingley. Sam Ellard is watching in the sun for talkSPORT. Samuel.
And it's 2 wickets in 2 overs for Pakistan. England 55 for 2. Mohammad Abbas getting Ben Duck here, and it's Abbas at his absolute best. The ball before the wicket. He gets the ball to move away from Duckett, and then the next ball it moves sharply back into the left-hander and traps him LBW for 15. Then Muhammad Ali dismissing Emilio Gay. There were 3 boundaries in the same over, but he then bowled a really good length ball angling across Gay. It takes the outside edge and is caught at second slip. So Jordan Cox playing just his second test match. He's got 6 runs to his name, and Joe Root, Yorkshire's very own, is back on his home ground. He is unbeaten on 1. We play this evening. It's a late one until 7:30. England 55 for 2, trailing Pakistan by 116 runs.
Thank you, Sam. Right, let's turn our attention to a bit of boxing. This Saturday, British middleweight champion George Liddard fights for the European title in front of a packed-out Copper Bosch arena. It's live on the Zone. I am delighted and honoured to say that George joins us now live on Drive. George, good evening to you. How you doing?
How's it going, mate? You good?
Well, good. Where are you? Looks like you're in a phone booth. Where are you?
No, I'm laying in my bed. I'm just chilling.
Well, listen, thank you for coming on. Where are we today? We're Wednesday. We're a few days off. Everything's stopped now. I'm guessing training finished last week. Is that right?
No, well, yeah, the hardest training finished last week. This week's just about tapering off now and just keeping everything sharp. But yeah, nothing too heavy.
Good, man, good. Listen, before we talk about your opponent, let's talk about the Copper Box. It must be have you fought there before? It must be a great place to fight.
Yeah, I headlined there last time out.
Against Tyler Denny, of course. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, against Tyler Denny. Obviously defended my British and Commonwealth and picked up the IBF Intercontinental. And I boxed there before as well as co-main event. So, I boxed there twice now. It's a great venue. It really is.
It's about doing things the right way because you're the British champion. You're now fighting for the European. Is that the route you wanted to go? Because we see a lot of boxers maybe try and jump a few steps and go straight for the world. Did you always want to do it this way?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think it's probably happened even quicker than I'd imagined, when I first turned pro. But, the plan for me has always been win as many belts as I can on the way. Get as much experience as I can. These 12-round fights, every time it presents something new, and I'm learning every time. So, yeah, British, Commonwealth, then European is definitely the route I'd like to have took. Obviously, sometimes boxing politics doesn't allow for certain people to get certain fights. But, yeah, luckily for me, my promotional team have been bang on it. And, we've got the European title next to complete the set.
George, there's so much money in boxing at the moment, probably more money than there's ever been. How difficult is it? You're still relatively young. I think you're 24. How difficult is it for you to pick the right fight, not necessarily the most financially rewarding one?
Do you know what it is for me? Like, I leave it down to my management team, realistically, and my promotional team. They know I'll fight anyone. There's no one I'll turn down. So it's up to them really to make the best fights and to guide my career in the best way, which I think they've done a great job of so far. So, I don't get too hung up on all that side of things. I'm a fighter. I love fighting. Obviously, it's got to make sense financially. But for me, I just want to win as many titles and, have the best fights possible out there for me.
I know, again, you said there, talking about collecting belts along the way, but how far do you think you are off of a world title shot? Like, do you think you're up to that level now? Do you think you're, in the next couple of fights, we could see you fighting for one?
I think realistically we're 1-2 fights away. I think put on a solid performance Saturday. I think there's no reason why if I breeze through the European level, there's no reason why I shouldn't have my name in the hat to fight for a world title next. But listen, if we get another one in the meantime, maybe towards the back end of the year, maybe defend the European or fight someone that ranked in the top 10 in any of the governing bodies, I see no reason why early next year we can't get a world title fight. So I feel like I'm well within maybe 8 to 10 months. Away, so 1 or 2 fights.
How hard is it when you know that you're at a certain level and you believe in yourself that you are, ready for a world title shot, but you've maybe got your promotional team saying, let's have 1 or 2 more fights before. Are you someone who's patient? Are you someone that thinks, no, do you know what? I believe in myself, I'm ready to go now? Or is it a little bit of both?
I think I'll be real. I think put on a really good performance Saturday. I think if the right opportunity comes, in terms of a world title fight, I don't think my promotional team will really see any, or my management team will see any problem with it too much. I think they trust in me, as we saw when I stepped up to fight for that British and Commonwealth title. I was calling for that. And it was a big step up from, the level that I boxed at previously. But I proved, I am who I say I am. I am capable of what I say I'm capable of. And so I think they'll probably put more trust in them now that, I've got a very good gauge of my ability and what I'm ready for.
I love the route that you're taking. So you're already British champ, fighting for the European. We talked about the possibility of going for a world title fight somewhere down the road. Do you think that's the way you should do it, British European? Because it's not traditionally done like that, is it?
No, I think there's a lot of people now maybe almost half skipping, like British titles, Commonwealth titles, just due to the nature of the game. Maybe they sell a lot of tickets, they sell out arenas, or you know, it's not a fight that they fancy at the time, and maybe they try to get themselves world ranked, which then can obviously lead them into a world title fight like that. But listen, for me, it's experience. Picking up that British and Commonwealth was a massive milestone. To win them at such a young age, I was over the moon, and now to pick up the European, so soon after. I think it's a great way to go about it. You're building up championship experience before you get to the highest level of the sport. And I think that it's definitely a good way of going about it.
I've been lucky enough to see the belt you get when you become British champion. I think it was a heavyweight that I saw actually, but it's a beautiful looking belt. You get to keep it, right?
No, you have to defend it 3 times.
And then you keep it.
Then you keep it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does that maybe spur you on to perhaps do that? Does that encourage you to stay British champion or not?
It does. It just depends on opportunity. I'm one of these fortune favours the brave, and if a big opportunity comes up that's at a world level or a higher level, and I have to vacate, then that comes up. So listen, I feel like I take each fight as it comes. Once I pick up this European title on Saturday, we'll see what's out there, what opportunities are there. But if it means I defend the British a couple more times, maybe I do.
Now, you're trained by Tony Sims, of course, in the same gym as Conor Benn. I mean, have you seen much of Conor? Have you had many dealings with him? Any conversations?
Yeah, I see him for the first few weeks when he started camp. He's in high spirits. He grafts hard, Conor, and he definitely really fancies himself in this fight. So I'm going to be out there in Vegas to watch it. I'm really looking forward to it, to be fair. And I think it's going to be a monumental upset.
I know you're a big West Ham fan. We'll talk about your side now, if that's okay. Have you got aspirations and dreams to fight at the London Stadium, or would you rather fight at a Premier League ground?
See what he did there. He's a funny guy. Well, listen, who knows? By the time I get round to headlining there, fingers crossed, we'll be a Premier League side again.
What do you? What do you make? Go on, talk to me about your team. Right, you're obviously a big fan. How much of a shock was it that you went down last season?
Do you know what? It really, after, the last few months of the season, it shouldn't have been a shock because we were constantly in the relegation zone trying to fight our way out. But I think as a West Ham fan, you just had that hope. You just had this feeling that somehow we'd claw ourselves out. And it just didn't happen. So I feel like I was still heavily shocked when we went down. I genuinely thought we was going to pull something out of the bag and Spurs were going to go down. And that'd have made me very happy, to be honest, if we stayed up and Spurs went down.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, it's happened now. We've got to move past it. I think now the main focus is, I think we need to clinch automatic promotion by February, March. I think we need to put on a very, very dominant display in the Championship and show we are a true Premiership side.
Do you expect that to happen? Because it's never that easy for a team to newly relegated side to go straight back up. Of course, it's happened recently, but are you confident that West Ham can do that?
The thing is, when you first go down and you're a big club like West Ham is, you're kind of everyone's derby. Everyone wants to put on a good display against you. Yeah. Everyone wants to turn up at your stadium and cause an upset. So every game kind of becomes a bit of a hard game when you're the big club, I think, in the division. But I think we've got what it takes. I think we've had really good players stay in the team that maybe I didn't think were going to stay. Obviously, the likes of Jarrod Bowen. We've still got. I think Tatty's going to be an unbelievable Championship player. I think he's going to be banging them in left, right, and centre this season. So I do see us, clinching automatic promotion. Hopefully, we can definitely clinch the title. Just a big reset really, and find something that works for us.
Would you take becoming world champion for the next 10 years if it meant West Ham stayed in the Championship for that time?
For my own career, 100%.
Okay.
10 years. If it was the other way around, then take it as well, So.
Do you get the chance to go much, George, to see him?
Do you know what I do? In camp, out at camp, to be fair, when I close into the fight, obviously I won't be there Saturday and I didn't make the away game this weekend, just gone. But majority of the home games now, I do genuinely get to go to when I'm in the country. So yeah, I'm very privileged. Got some great people there that look after me, you know, in terms of the hospitality and everything. So yes, it's always great to go down there, especially when I get to take the family too.
Yeah, sure. Listen, we haven't even talked about your opponent. We should do that. Dario Morella, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's got a record of 26-1. I know this is such a cliche in boxing. It's not going to be a tough fight. He's slightly more experienced than you. He's had 7 more fights. When you've had 14 and he's had 26, does that matter, that gap of 7 fights, or not?
I proved it in my last 2 fights. I feel like, you know, both fights, he's too experienced, he's too early for you. Listen, when you're young and hungry and you refuse to lose, you will always find a way. And I just believe the same happens again. I think, you know, he's experienced. Is he as experienced as me in terms of, you know, the consistency of who he's shared rounds with on a weekly basis and the level of opposition he's been in with? I don't know. But I know I get the job done Saturday night, regardless of how many fights he's had.
Well, listen, I'm not going to back against you. I really wish you all the very best, George, for the fight of the weekend. We can't wait to become champion of the world. And then, of course, you can come into our studio with the belt and sit down and have a proper chat with us. Is that okay?
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy boy. Much appreciated, George.
All the best at the weekend.
Top, man. Thanks, lads. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Catch
man.
you later.
Our pleasure.
Bye, bye.
What a lovely fellow he is. Remember, a huge night of World Championship Boxing. It's live on DAZN this Saturday. Rolly Romero defends his, easy for me to say, R's and W's, defends his WBA welterweight world title against Lopez. Then next Saturday, Moses Atoma. Oh, is it next Saturday?
They're trying to get me tickets.
Oh, my goodness. Who is?
Ade.
Is it? Where is that fight? Hold on. Moses Atoma. Is it? Becomes Britain. He could become Britain's youngest ever heavyweight champion in history as he faces the toughest opponent yet to date, Filip Hrgović, the vacant IBF heavyweight title. Was it the O2? Joined DAZN Ultimate for 185 plus fight nights and a minimum of 12 pay-per-views every year, including Moses against Hrgović, Romero against Lopez, and Ryan Garcia against Conor Benn. Unbelievable fights, all included at no extra cost.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
May as well get to it. Arsenal in advanced talks to sign Ezri Konsa from Aston Villa. Apparently Konsa has agreed personal terms, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's been the case for a while. When you looked at Arsenal's list of defensive targets, I think Ezri Konsa has always been very much number one priority. Obviously going to be disappointing for Aston Villa to lose another of their key men from last season. Morgan Rogers having been sold to Chelsea, Yuri Tillemans to Manchester United, and Luca Digne to PSG. So it has been a bit of a fire sale at Villa Park this summer. I mean, Martinez could be on his way out as well, although that move to Juventus broke down. I'm intrigued to see what the final fee will be, because I think Arsenal's initial offer was well short of the 60 million that Villa were initially holding out for. So intrigued to see how close Arsenal get to that fee. But you can understand the reason that Arsenal are going for Ezri Konsa. He's got that versatility. He can play at right back if needed. He can play at centre back alongside Gabriel while William Saliba is out injured. And I think he might miss quite a chunk of the season with that back injury suffered at the World Cup. And he's someone who's Premier League ready, much like Bruno Guimaraes. He won't need a bedding in period. So I think this is another really positive move for the champions. I make Arsenal big favourites to retain that title.
And so do you, Danny. Although it pains you to say it, so do you. You think, yeah, with the way it's looking, Arsenal to retain it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a mixture of reasons. Obviously, the quality they've got, but the confidence that win will give them, and just the stability of the same manager, the same core of players. They've not lost any of their best players, and they're just adding more quality.
Here's How's that? Next March, the England cricket team face Australia in the 150th anniversary Test match down under. And as always, the Barmy Army will be there. Thanks to talkSPORT and Visit Victoria, could be too. Enter now at talksportwin.com for the chance to score an incredible week-long trip for two to watch the 150th anniversary Test match in Melbourne with Visit Victoria and the Barmy Army. Enter now at talksportwin.com and get ready to experience the electric atmosphere that only a Barmy Army tour delivers.
talkSPORT, me Andy Goldstein, the man with the clap alongside me.
On?
Sounds wrong. Darren Bent in partnership with Giacomo. Get fresh looks with great brands. You were clapping from Giacomo. Follow us at 7. Olivia Bazaglo hosts the Transfer Insiders. Tonight, she's got Kwaku Afari alongside her. They'll keep you right up to date with Celtic's Champions League clash. Paul Mitchell is watching that one for talkSPORT. Team news is in. He has all the details. Paul, good evening to you.
Good evening, gents. Celtic experienced many ups and downs last season while they came through to win the title. One of the downs was the Champions League playoff exit to Karat Almaty, arguably setting the tone and was a factor in Brendan Rodgers' eventual departure. So while you look at this, they're playing the Austrian champions LASK. Looks like a favourable draw, but it is the same circumstances as last year. A different outcome is essential for Celtic. They make 3 changes on the side. They beat Dundee United at Tannadice in the Cup. Kieran Tierney returns, as does Yang, and there's a first start for Mika Bauer. So Celtic will have Sinisalo in goal. It'll be Donovan, Carter Vickers, Trusty and Tierney, McGregor and Bauer in the midfield with Durant, Negrin and Yang behind Ho, who will line up front. Samuel Adrian scored 2 at the weekend for LASK. He's the main threat to Celtic tonight. You've got to watch after him. It's a rainy night in Glasgow, but Celtic can't afford a dull performance.
Thanks, Paul. England, they're currently taking on Pakistan at Headingley. Sam Allard is watching for talkSPORT.
A fun day of Test match cricket with half an hour to go, and so far a really good one for England. Robinson and Tongue taking 5 wickets each as Pakistan collapsed from 117 for 3 to 171 all out. England in reply 72 for 2. Both openers went in consecutive overs, and Mohammad Abbas trapping Bent Duckett LBW for 15. Then Muhammad Ali getting Emilio Gate to edge to second slip for 33. It's Cox en route at the crease. Cox playing just his second Test match. Bit of fortune for him early in his innings. Muhammad Ali finding the outside edge of his bat and went past third slip. So a little bit of luck there. Cox has got 15. Root's got 9. We can play until 7:30 this evening. England 72 for 2.
Good work as always. Thank you for that. Now, someone that is a big fan of Root and Cox is one of Billy's in the studio. He's got some sad news for us. And the sad news is he is not leaving talkSPORT. He's staying here. How are you, Bill?
Hello.
No one cares. No one. You know that. You've upset Darren Bent. You've got a Nike top on and Reebok bottom.
Yeah.
Reebok bottoms? Where's Reebok bottoms?
The bottom of him is Reebok.
Can't all get free trainers.
New Balance.
Oh, New Balance. Fine.
Yeah.
Can't all get
Still
free.
need a whole fan for tomorrow, by the way. Just been told. Breaking
Need
news.
a whole fan.
Get in touch. 03717222324.
Cool work, Bill. You ever done it before?
No. Probably won't do it again.
Okay. If you're a whole fan, Teddy's on the phones now, and he's one of the laziest people you're ever going to meet, so make him work. If you're a whole fan, you want to come see the show live tomorrow, maybe you just turned on the radio for the first time. We are celebrating the return of the Premier League. We've got 20 football fans, obviously one for every team, but we are one short. Hull. If you support Hull and you want to come and see the show in talkSPORT Towers, 03717222334, dial now, and Bentley will say hello to you tomorrow. What are we doing, Bill?
Bit of guess the intro.
Better guess the
intro. A few minutes of that to finish the show off.
All right.
You'll hear the first beat of the
Yeah,
song.
we guess the intro.
Yeah. Andy, do you want to go first?
What are you doing, D? We put headphones on for.
And Well, I hear it.
Wait, no, where were they? Where have they been for the last 3 hours?
No, but I put them away.
He's so professional when he put them away.
There
You
you
got a
go.
shoot off of you?
No, I ain't actually.
Yes, I'd love to go first because Bentley's not even ready. So
Now I'm ready to go, Bill.
Here we go.
it'd be me.
Bill, I'm ready to go.
Andy's first song.
No idea.
Oh, is it,
That was for Bentley. No idea.
No,
Nothing?
No, wait,
That's
wait,
not,
wait,
let me tell you now. That's a song I've never heard.
Go on, Jack,
No,
do it
it's
again.
classic.
No, I've never heard that. Oh, well, I have, yeah. I know you think that.
No.
That's what's his name? Eminem Woman.
Dido. Dido.
What's her name? Dido.
Dido. Do I get off point for that?
No, that was White Flag by Dido.
What I'm going to say is, sorry, Bill. Is
You said that wrong, didn't you?
This Jack here is terrible. It's
No one cares. Just get on with it.
Benny, you ready?
Easy.
You're an idiot. Bill, you're an idiot.
Why?
You know, right?
Why?
Well, come on.
That's classic.
So go, Jack.
Oh, my. Come on.
No idea.
Yellow Coldplay.
Yeah, that
Oh, you
is.
didn't get the point, sorry.
No, that passes over, yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So I get Dido then, do I? Half a point?
No, you didn't get. No, because.
You didn't carry over then.
Quick enough, yeah.
He's just made up that bit of the rules.
Andy, you ready?
Yep, born ready.
Round 2.
What I want, I don't know. Hawksby and no, Hall and Oaks.
No.
I don't know what I can see him.
Yeah, got it wrong, Bill.
What I want, I don't know who that is.
It's Hall and Oates.
Oh, there you go. It's Hall and Oaks.
You make my brackets dreams come true.
Thank you. So I got it right.
No, didn't Bill.
Nah, no half points. Benny, you ready?
Yeah.
I know what that is. Love it.
I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Bob in there, show me love.
Yeah.
Come on.
It is.
You deserve that.
Unbelievable.
Well done. 2-0. Do you want one more each?
Yeah,
I don't know if we've got time.
yeah, we love it.
If I said no, then what would you do?
No, I don't know. Here we go.
Tron.
It sounds like. Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like the training montage from Rocky 4.
Might be. Don't know.
Jack, let's play the intro, not let's play the track.
It's not that, is it?
I don't think so.
No, okay.
Kim Wilde, Kids in America.
All right, yeah.
Here we go.
Benny, over to you.
Winner takes all. Go.
Bit of pride. Here we go.
Oh, you won't get it.
Fatboy Slim.
What's it called?
Celebrate You Baby.
No, it's not called Celebrate You Baby.
Praise
It's
you.
not called Celebrate You
Praise
Baby.
you.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Bill, is it Celebrate You Baby?
It's not
No,
Celebrate
No,
You
it's not
Baby.
I was
Celebrate You
singing.
Baby.
Praise you, I said, Bill. Fatboy Slim.
You've never. Don't call him that. You've never praised Billy. Go on, give him a little bit of.
Your hair looks good.
Said
Liar.
no one.
Said no.
You're right, Bill. Bill, I'll see you tomorrow. DB,
Yes,
I'll see you
can't wait.
tomorrow. More importantly, for our big show tomorrow. Live on talkSPORT. You do not want to miss it. You want to watch it as well. If you're a whole fan, we need you. 03717222334. You could be joining me and Benny and the rest of the team here at talkSPORT Towers for the biggest show of the year so far. Have a lovely evening. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
And 2 weeks today, the transfer window closes. Would you anticipate much more business in terms of incomings between now and then?
Well, you can see the league, how unpredictable the league is and the amount of things that can happen on a day. So it's better not to talk too much, be prepared, be open, and hopefully we can wrap up the transfer window in a really positive way.
You were speaking before the Community Shield. You were asked about your long-term future and contract negotiations, and you said there's nothing to worry about, Arsenal fans. Do you see yourself as somebody who can do what the likes of Guardiola and Wenger and Ferguson did and